do up against one of the powerhouses of world cricket. A team that's full of star names.
Welcome back my channel.
Happen in t20
आज
cricket.
नेपाल versus
See if Nepal
South Africa को म्याच
produce a
भएको छ.
this evening. Time now then for the anthems.
नेपालले टस जितेर
Ladies and gentlemen,
साउथ
we
अफ्रिकालाई
invite you to please stand
ब्याटिङको
if
निम्ति
you're
दिएको छ.
able for the national anthems of Nepal and South Africa.
Ikuti sampadaku aja, ini karena bertanya sultan berada, jangan bumi sampai bumi terlepas, akan bayang orang bau jati bahasa terus bisa harga rasa bocah. ल सम्पूर्ण साथीहरु लाइभमा जोडिने साथीहरुले लाइक शेयर सब्स्क्राइब गर्न नबिर्सनु होला. आज नेपालले चाहिँ टस जितेर साउथ अफ्रिकालाई ब्याटिङको निम्ति दिएको छ. हाम्रो प्लेइङ 11 मा सन्दीप लामिछाने आइसकेका छन्. साउथ अफ्रिकाको नेशनल एन्थम भइरहेको छ. अब केही बेरमै जम्मा 3 मिनेट बाँकी छ म्याच सुरु हुनको लागि. तपाईहरुलाई बल बाइ बल म स्कोर बताउने छु. आज हाम्रो प्लेइङ 11 मा चाहिँ कुशर भुलतेल, आसिफ शाह, अनिल शाह, आसिफ शेख, रोहित पौडेल, दिपेन्द्र सिंह आइरे, गुलसन झा, सुम्पाल कामी, करण किसी, सन्दीप लामिछाने र अविनाश बोहरा छन् भने आज नेपालले जित्नै पर्ने बाध्यता छ सुपर 8 मा जानको लागि. तर साउथ अफ्रिकालाई भने कुनै दबाब छैन. तर जितेको खण्डमा पोइन्ट टेबलको टपमा पुगेर सुपर 8 मा जाने सम्भावना जितै राख्न चाहन्छ. आज नेपालले 150 भन्दा तलको टार्गेटमा रोक्न सक्नुपर्छ. खण्डमा अलिकति बढी स्कोरको 150 भन्दा माथि पुग्यो भने चाहिँ नेपाललाई अलि गाह्रो पर्न सक्छ. सम्पूर्ण साथीहरु जोडिनु भएको साथीहरुले चाहिँ लाइक शेयर सब्स्क्राइब गर्नु होला. हाम्रो नयाँ च्यानल भएको कारणले गर्दा सपोर्ट गर्नु होला. अब म्याच सुरु हुनलाई मात्र 1 मिनेट बाँकी छ. सम्पूर्ण साथीहरु जोडिनु भएको साथीहरुलाई वेलकम है. लाइक शेयर सब्स्क्राइब गर्नु होला. सम्पूर्ण साथीहरु जोडिनु भएको साथीहरुलाई वेलकम है. लाइक शेयर सब्स्क्राइब गर्नु होला. सम्पूर्ण साथीहरु जोडिनु भएको साथीहरुलाई वेलकम है. लाइक शेयर सब्स्क्राइब गर्नु होला. सम्पूर्ण साथीहरु जोडिनु भएको साथीहरुलाई म्याच सुरु हुनलाई म्याच सुरु भइसकेको छ साथीहरु
Ended up in the center of the pitch. Yasir Khan took game, took his time.
म्याच सुरु भइसकेको छ साथीहरु
Time to go.
साउथ अफ्रिका ब्याटिङको लागि मैदानमा
All in
उत्रिसकेको छ
readiness. There's a slip in position. Sompol Kami for the first ball of this match.
He's not the tallest individual. He's skiddy customer, but can get the ball to shape away nicely from the right hand.
Ball of
पहिलो
this
बल
match.
डट सफल कामीको हातबाट
He's not the tallest individual. He's skiddy customer, but can get the ball to shape away nicely from the right-handers. So he'll be looking to set the tone, having had the toss won and deciding to bowl first.
अब नेपाल हेरिकन चाहिँ साउथ अफ्रिका एकदमै बढी टिम हो टेस्ट नेसन हो नेपाल चाहिँ
Even though we don't
देश
have
हो
bowlers that are operating at that
अलि
140,
नेपालको लागि
145,
चुनौती
it's
चाहिँ
still
छ
going to be a tricky surface. There's a bit of grass on this pitch. And judging by the game that took place yesterday, there's even a little bit of bounce. So if the bowlers can get the ball in the right area, they could cause some trouble.
दोस्रो बल पनि डट
Our umpires for this evening, Jayaraman Madanagopal and also Joel Wilson. They're the men in the middle tonight. Richie Richardson is our match referee, and Chris Brown of New Zealand, he is the TV. They're the men in the middle tonight. Richie Richardson is our match referee, and Chris Brown of New Zealand, he is the TV umpire. Sompol Kami
तेस्रो बल डट र चौथो बलमा
played in the
4 रन ट्रायल गर्दै
2014 tournament. Got a wicket
5
actually
बल
with his
डट
sixth ball. These are mascots
राखेका
for
छन्
the tournament. Blaze and
र
Tonk.
6 बल पनि डट राख्दै पहिलो ओभरमा साउथ अफ्रिकाको 4 रन
They're here to have a bit of
सफल
fun this
भएको छ
evening.
साउथ
There are
अफ्रिकाको
plenty
टिम
of other people who are keen to do exactly the same thing. It's almost carnival season here in St Vincent.
दोस्रो ओभरको सुरुवात हुँदैछ ओभरको पहिलो बल 3 रन चौथो बल डट 5 बल 1 रन
Dako.
That's good running. Quinton de Kock aware of how deep on the edge of the circle the fielder was. Yeah, Lamachani is the one guy who people around the world would kind of know because of all the franchise cricket he's played and the competitions he's played in. And I know it's a bit of a surprise that with the lack of cricket that he's going to be slipped straight in, but I think all that
आज धेरै
experience
पछाडि
that he's
टाइम
gathered
हेर्न
over the
ग्राउन्डमा
years
हेर्नु पर्दा
means
13 मैले भइरहेको छ भने चाहिँ लाइक शेयर सब्सक्राइब गरौँ है साथीहरु जतिजना जोड्नु भएको छ
that he's got that ability to stand up what might be the firepower in the middle overs of someone like it. Inside edge allows Quinton de Kock to get off the strike. It's not like you've played many matches they haven't played. A bit of a look-see and trying to cash up. That's a beautifully bowled on ball. See how it's in that area with a bit of shape towards the left-hander.
Yes, he started off as a medium pacer actually before he switched to off-spin. Hendricks wanted the single there, and de Kock said no, without loss.
Yeah, there's been 2 examples in that over.
पहिलो
Between
बलमा
Hendricks and de Kock, there hasn't been
डट
up to scratch, and you do think that maybe you pick up the intensity just a touch.
दोस्रो बल पनि डट बलिङमा पुनः सुम्पल कामीको इन्ट्री भएको छ बल तेस्रो बल लिएर सुम्पल कामी आउँदै ओपनिङ ब्याट्सम्यान दुई क्विन्टन डी
Just
कोक
searching
र
for a little bit of form, Quinton
He's
de
a
Kock
hat-trick.
in the recent past.
रहेका छन् भने नेपालबाट
Timed that one nicely though.
सुम्पल कामीले बोलिङ गरिरहेका
Yeah,
छन्
both these batters will want to just spend a little bit of time out in the crease, not too long. I think if they just bat
तेस्रो बल
normally,
पनि डट रहेका छन्
the Nepal bowlers, having not played against a team like South Africa before, the bigger teams, England, Australia, you find that they will bowl the odd bad ball, and the quality that these two players have, we're already seeing
लाइक
this
शेयर
slip
पनि
being
गर्दै
taken out.
साथीहरु लाइक शेयर गरौँ
Just shows you with the score,
सब्स्क्राइब गर्दै
10 without loss, and 2 batters that are not
सब्स्क्राइब पनि
particularly
गरौँ
in good
हाम्रो
form.
नयाँ
I would
च्यानल
have left that slip in
भएको
there.
कारणले गर्दाखेरि सपोर्ट गर्नु होला
See if you can get an early wicket against the
तपाईहरुको
Proteas.
सपोर्ट हुँदै गयो भने पछि पछि राम्रो लाइभ लिएर
Looks as though
आउनेछु
it's kept a little low. Sean Pollock was mentioning a little bit earlier that
बलको
he
चौथो
expects
बलमा
the ball just to skid through a
4
slightly lower trajectory.
चौका
These shorter
पार
bowlers.
गरेको छ साउथ अफ्रिका ब्याट्सम्यानले
Yeah, there was a lot of talk about bounce from yesterday. That was
क्विन्टन
a
डी कोकको
different
हातबाट
game. It was during the
4
day, and maybe
आएको
this
छ
evening it's cooled down a little bit. It could just skid on. There's still a lot of grass on that pitch. It is the second game in 2 days,
पाँचौं
but
बल 1 रन
we're yet to see a lot of bounce just yet. Fantastic areas so far. Continuing to put the South African opening pair under pressure. And this is the surface that we are referring to. Day 2 on this pitch. It looks really good, nice and clean, only 40 overs old, so not too bad. But it's an extra grass, and there's been talk about how this pitch can bounce.
वाइट
And see.
बल
We haven't seen all of it just yet, but you've still got a long game to go.
De Kock's going to profit with a boundary there, but it was an unconvincing shot. Perilously close to the stumps, almost dragged it on.
Yeah, fortunate boundary here for Quinton de Kock. We saw early on the over he played a bit of a 45-degree bat angle shot that he missed. Went through to the keeper. That one
सँगै
finds the
दोस्रो
bottom edge.
ओभर
He doesn't drag it
समाप्तिसँगै
onto the stumps,
साउथ
thankfully
अफ्रिकाको
for the
16
South
रन
African.
2
Misses that
विकेट
leg stump, misses the man.
सकिसकेको
That's
छ
short 5
विकेट
on
कुनै
the
पनि
way for the
गएको छैन
first 4 of the evening.
राम्रो
He's
सुरुवात
happy.
भन्नुपर्छ साउथ अफ्रिकाको नेपालको पनि नट ब्याड राम्रै छ
Protection out there at deep backward square leg.
I just noticed something on the release over here. He almost has 3 fingers on the ball. If you look there, it's very different. Almost 4 fingers. It's very different to the ordinary.
को आउनेछ नि त तेस्रो ओभर लिएर सम्भवतः दिपेन्द्र सिंह आइरे नै आउनुपर्छ पहिलो बल 1 रन दोस्रो बलमा छक्का प्रहार भएको छ कम्तीमा पनि 150 रनमा चाहिँ रोक्न सक्नुपर्छ त्योभन्दा चाहिँ 22 रन कम्तीमा पनि 150 रनमा चाहिँ रोक्न सक्नुपर्छ त्योभन्दा चाहिँ 22 रन कम्तीमा पनि 150 सब्स्क्राइब गर्दै जोडिनलाई सब्स्क्राइब गर्दै जोडिनलाई साथीहरु 1 विकेट गइसकेको छ है साउथ अफ्रिका सर्ट आउट गरौँ नेपाल नेपाल #नेपाल साथीहरु 1 विकेट गइसकेको छ है साउथ अफ्रिका सर्ट आउट गरौँ नेपाल
Overall now. Well, from yesterday, we saw plenty of turn and plenty of bounce on this. Overall now. Well, from yesterday, we saw plenty of turn and plenty of bounce on this surface as well. The spinners really enjoyed operating here.
I do think they gave it a chance. They're hovering around 80 or 90 kilometers per hour. Aries firing it in there at over 100. There he's got it. He's managed to have one that's perfectly placed from a length perspective. Maybe holding up on the wicket. That's what Quinton de Kock's tending to suggest. Oh, they've got there first.
Quinton de Kockको नाममा एरन माइकलको आएका छन् नयाँ ब्याट्सम्यान
Yeah, Quinton de Kock looking down at the pitch again. Another little arm ball. Maybe just hitting the seam and holding up a little bit. Quinton de Kock probably hard hands with that.
चेयर अप गरौँ नेपालले 1 विकेट लिइसकेको छ
Opportunity when you take
दिपेन्द्र
important
सिंहको
balls.
हातबाट 1 विकेट आइसकेको छ साथीहरु
Quinton de Kock has gone for 10. South Africa are 22 for 1.
10 रनमा आउट भएका छन् क्विन्टन डी कक
Purity in our heart, quality in your gut. For 50 years, Lakshmi है ना चुनिंदा गेहूं से बना चक्की फ्रेश आटा। इसमें है 100% होल व्हीट, यानी ये ज्यादा पानी सोखे और रोटियों को बनाए बिल्कुल सॉफ्ट। इट्स नॉट जस्ट सॉफ्ट, इट्स स्वर्ण सॉफ्ट।
और 30 लाइक कंप्लीट गराइदियो कि यहाँ फेरि पनि विकेट मिल्ला त तर यो बललाई भने दिएका छन्, डिफेन्स गरिदिएका छन् मक्रमले। कुनै पनि जोखिम उठाउन चाहेनन् उनले। यो बल पनि टपमै सीमित। ओभरको 5औं बल यहाँ मक्रमको लागि यो पहिलो बल थियो र आफ्नो सुरुवाती बलको सामना गर्नेका निमित्त स्ट्राइकमा रहेका मक्रमले यो बललाई डिफेन्स गरिदिएर यहाँ ओभरको चौथो बल पनि, माफ गर्नुहोला, चौथो ओभरको अन्तिम बल पनि टपमै सीमित। यो सँगै 4 ओभरको खेल सकिएको छ। यसोरमा 6 रन त खर्चे हाम्रा टाइगरले, तर एउटा सफलता पनि यसै ओभरबाट उनले हात पारेका छन्। यो सँगै 4 ओभरको खेल सकियो। 4 ओभरको खेलको समाप्तिमा 1 विकेटको नोक्सानीमा 22 रन टिम साउथ अफ्रिका। आज हामीलाई यो खेलमा जित चाहिएको छ, जित बाहेक कुनै विकल्प छैन। र नेपाल भर्सेस पक्की पनि साउथ अफ्रिका बीचको यो ब्लकबस्टर म्याच अहिले हामी अडियो कमेन्ट्रीमा छौं र यो खेल सन्दीप भर्सेस कागिसो रबडा बीचको लडाई पनि हो। राजबाजी पनि हाम्रा लामी छानेले मार्नेछन् भने हामी विश्वस्त पनि छौं। र यो ब्लकबस्टर म्याचमा अहिले साथी बनिराख्नु भएको छ हामीसँग थुप्रै जना साथीहरू, 63 जना साथीहरू। र 5 ओभरको बोलिङ आक्रमणमा अन्ततः करण केसीलाई उतारेका छन् र आफ्नो सुरुवाती स्पेल लिएर आउटमा करण केसी यहाँ 5 ओभरको बोलिङ आक्रमणमा ओभरको पहिलो बल लिएर अगाडि बढ्ने करण र यो बलको सामना गर्नलाई स्ट्राइकमा थिए हेन्ड्रिक्सले यो बललाई भने डिफेन्स गरिदिएका छन्। सीमित भएको छ ओभरको पहिलो बल र यहाँ 5 ओभरको खेलको सुरुवातबाट यो डट बल सँगै ओभरको दोस्रो बलको सामना गरेका निमित्त स्ट्राइकमा रहनेछन् हेन्ड्रिक्स र करण केसी। ओभरको दोस्रो बल लिएर अगाडि बढ्ने क्रममा आफ्नो सुरुवाती स्पेल लिएर आउने क्रममा करण केसी 5 ओभरको बोलिङ आक्रमणमा आएका हुन् भने ओभरको दोस्रो बल लिएर अगाडि बढ्ने क्रममा छन् करण, स्ट्राइकमा छन् हेन्ड्रिक्स र यहाँ हेन्ड्रिक्स स्ट्राइकमा रहेका हेन्ड्रिक्स तयार छन् ओभरको दोस्रो बलको सामना गर्ने निमित्त। हिरो यहाँ करणले यहाँ नेपाललाई सफलता दिलाउने छन् वा के हो रहेछ र यहाँ पक्कै पनि हेन्ड्रिक्स ओभरको दोस्रो बलको सामना गर्ने क्रममा अब विकेटको पालो हेन्ड्रिक्सको 6 रन बनाएर खेलिरहेका हेन्ड्रिक्स। यो बल पनि टपमै सीमित भएको छ। ओभरको दोस्रो बल पनि डट बलमै सीमित भइसक्यो। ओभरको तेस्रो बलको सामना गरेका निमित्त स्ट्राइकमा हेन्ड्रिक्स। करण केसी आफ्नो सुरुवाती स्पेल लिएर आउने क्रममा 5 ओभरको बोलिङ आक्रमणमा र उनले ओभरको सुरुवात डबलबाट गरी दोस्रो बल पनि उनले डबलले राखे र यहाँ ओभरको तेस्रो बल लिएर अगाडि बढ्ने क्रममा छन् करण केसी। अहिले हामी 5 ओभरको खेलमा छौं। किक लाइक गर्दै सबैजनाले विकेटको कामना गर्दै विकेट लिनु र यहाँ ओभरको तेस्रो बललाई
4 रन आएको छ तेस्रो बल।
4 रनको बाटो देखाइदिएका छन् हेन्ड्रिक्सले र यो 4 रनसँगै 26 रन टिम साउथ अफ्रिका 4.3 ओभरको खेल सकिँदा एउटा विकेट गुमाएको टिम साउथ अफ्रिका 26 रन बनाएर खेलिरहेको छ र यहाँ ओभरको चौथो बल लिएर अगाडि बढ्ने क्रममा छन् करण केसी। आफ्नो सुरुवाती स्पेल लिएर आउने क्रममा 5 ओभरको बोलिङ आक्रमणमा आएका करण ओभरको चौथो बल लिएर अगाडि बढ्ने क्रममा स्ट्राइकमा छन् हेन्ड्रिक्स। भर्खरै चौका लगाएका हेन्ड्रिक्स ओभरको चौथो बलको सामना गर्ने क्रममा र हामी विकेटको कामना गरिरहेका छौं। हामी पावर प्ले पक्कै पनि हामी 2वटा विकेट हामी चाहन्छौं, तर यहाँ ब्याक टु ब्याक चौका लगाउँदै डोमिनेट गर्दै करण केसीलाई यहाँ हेन्ड्रिक्स यो 4 रनसँग यो चौकासँग 30 रन टिम साउथ अफ्रिका 4.4 ओभरको खेल सकिँदा एउटा विकेट गुमाएको साउथ अफ्रिका 30 रन बनाएर खेलिरहेको छ। निकै रोचक खेल भइरहेको छ। अहिले टिम साउथ अफ्रिकाले प्रति ओभर 6.43 को रन गतिमा रन बटुलिरहेको छ। र यहाँ ओभरको 5औं बल लिएर अगाडि बढ्ने क्रममा करण केसी ब्याक टु ब्याक यहाँ बाउन्ड्री लगाइरहेका हेन्ड्रिक्सन स्ट्राइकमा करण केसी हेरौं यहाँ के यहाँ लगातार 2वटा चौका लगाउँदै डोमिनेट गरेका हेन्ड्रिक्सको विकेट छटकाउन सफल होला त करण हेरौं र यहाँ करण केसी हातमा बल लिएर अगाडि बढ्ने क्रममा र 39 लाइक पुगेको छ। सबैजना 4000 लाइक कम्प्लिट गराइदिउँ। यसै ओभरको खेलको समापन 4000 लाइकबाट गरिदिनु होला। र यो ओभरको 5औं बलमा 1 रनसँगै मक्रम रहनेछन् स्ट्राइकमा। ओभरको अन्तिम बलको सामना गरेका निमित्त
straight away, because of the shot that's played, the field's adjusted. Karen KC thinks, okay, well, now that there's no third man in position, I need to be as tight on the stump as possible. Hendricks gives us a little bit of room. He looks to follow and gets whipped through mid-wicket. So that's good cricket from Hendricks, but maybe a knee-jerk reaction from the Nepal team.
Now, these are the dismissals that Reza Hendricks had in this World Cup so far, all the balls he's actually faced, and you can see these dismissals have basically been on the stumps, so the Nepal bowlers may have done a little bit of their homework and have tried to target those stumps. This is against the Netherlands. What a wonderful ball, just a little bit of movement away, and that just clipped the top of the bails. It's exactly what every seamer wants. Logan van Beek with a fantastic delivery. He'll save that ball, put that on his phone, watch it every time he's on the telephone. Good shot off the back foot. And that's the end of the over. South Africa 31 for 1 off the 5.
This whole square has been relayed as part of the $38 million refurbishment of this ground. Oh, that's a great bit of fielding. Nepal do pride themselves. The captain leading the way. And it's those 1%ers, isn't it? Saving runs. Great work inside the circle.
Making sure that the pressure stays on the South African captain. Markham's been there for 4 deliveries. Would love to just get off the mark.
It's increasingly uncomfortable.
Yeah, when you see this happening so early in a match, then you have that's doubt in the batter's mind. What's next ball going to do?
Kushal
Mr.
Mali and
Baldur.
Airy are not the tallest individuals. That's maybe they do more action. It tends to stay down just a touch.
These are the brand new floodlights I mentioned, all LEDs to be ecologically friendly. Change in the field here with mid-off coming up and mid-on pushing back onto the fence. 2 more balls left in the over.
Reza Hendricks was looking to give himself some room on the first delivery of the over, following suit with a similar kind of approach the next time he's on strike. In the arc out the park, yes, that's what they want. Miller time, that's David Miller, the left-hander who will come a little bit later.
Nepal fan base, always so colourful. That's racing away. ending the power play with a boundary.
Antim ball,
And it is
4 run.
South Africa's best power play of their tournament so far. 6 over.
You're not the right length on this kind of a surface. Too much time, and he goes back and crashes it. Score of the wicket. Picks up the gap and picks up the boundary to finish the over.
It's carnival time.
Power play
It's also the end of the power play and the introduction
Southafrika
of Nepal's star leg spinner. Sandeep Lamachani has not played since he took part in the Nepal Pro Club Championship at the end of December. Turn is there. It's deceiving Hendricks. He is ringing it.
Glad in the build-up when you asked him the question whether he'd go right. I said,
He's looking
more than accomplished out there in his first 2
1
deliveries.
Captain said that, yes, although he
एक
hasn't
विकेट
played
गइसकेको छ
much,
नेपालको
of course, he
हातबाट
has been practicing, and he's been out in the Caribbean a little bit earlier before the rest of the team flew in from the
दिपेन्द्र
USA.
गइरहेको हातबाट 1 विकेट लिइसकेको छ नेपालले
6 franchise league all around the world.
ओके
Sandeep Lamachana.
लामछानेको तेस्रो बल डट
This is a challenging period now. For both
चौथो
sides.
बलमा भने 1 रन आएको छ
Difference that Lamachani makes out the back of the hand.
नेपालले जित्छ जित्नै पर्छ
Is 6.29, but in the Caribbean it's 5.8.
एलबीडब्ल्यू अपील गरेको छ तर अम्पायरले नट आउट दिएका छन्
They may be considered sending that upstairs, but it tends to reflect that Markham probably not sure what the variations are or picking.
ओभरको अन्तिम बल
When you see a batter go to the reverse sweep that early, it means that
ओभरको अन्तिम बलमा सन्दीप लामिछानेले के गर्छ हेरौँ
release the pressure that you're feeling. But those facts and figures are impressive from
जो
Lamachani.
अहिलेसम्म 1 रन मात्र दिएका छन् सन्दीप लामिछानेको हातबाट
Well, it's been a
र सँगै 2 रन दिएका छन् जम्मा यो ओभरमा 2 रन सँगै ओभरको समाप्ति
fledgling partnership of 18
7 रन 7 ओभरको
between these two after the
समाप्तिमा
loss of Quinton de Kock.
साउथ अफ्रिका
He was
40
out
रन
for 10.
1 विकेट गुमाउँदै लाइक गरौँ लाइक सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ
Well, you might wonder about the
लाइक शेयर सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ गाइज 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 ओभरको दोस्रो बल
Saad did his best to try and cut it off.
4 रन चौका हान्दिएको छन् कसरी चाँडो भन्दा चाँडो
And Reza Hendricks being out there for 23 balls now, you'd want him to kind of bat on for a couple more overs. Just find
ह्यान्ड्रिक्सको
some form and
विकेट लिनुपर्छ
keep this innings going.
Shot short, hit aerially, hit hard. And we've got a 6.
ब्याक टु ब्याक छक्का र
Mana
चौका
dropping
आएको छ
short. Perhaps that'll be the
एकदमै
shot that
आक्रामक
releases
ब्याटिङ गर्छन् ह्यान्ड्रिक्सले
shackles for
ह्यान्ड्रिक्सको
Hendricks.
विकेट गरिन्छ
The
नेपालले
first 6 of the innings, again, dragged down like the previous ball, the first ball of the over. Reza Hendricks been out there for 23 balls. He's hit this powerfully. You could call it a chance, but I don't think so. That was way too powerfully hit.
Yeah, good
थोरैले
luck
क्याच
So quickly. This is exactly what South Africa needed.
Brings up the 50 for South Africa.
काटो बल कुशल मल्ल डट राख्न सफल
And we're talking about spin, and Dale noting that this pitch has offered more turn than any other in the tournament. The spinners yesterday when Bangladesh played
11 रन आइसकेको
set
बोलमा
an average of 15. The 6 wickets that fell to sea
विकेटको
on an
जरुरी
average
छ
of 29. Better than Mala.
र अन्तिम बलमा डट सँगै
So bigger over for South Africa.
South
11
Africa.
off it, 51 for 1.
8 ओभरमा 8 ओभरको सकाउँदै 51 रन 1 विकेटको क्षतिमा
Well, South Africa got what they wanted in terms of the toss, didn't they? They didn't win it, but the captain said
लाइक
he
गरौ
would have
साथी
had
लाइक
enough
गरौ
anyway.
शेयर गरौ सब्स्क्राइब गरौ जतिजना जोडिनु भएको छ
Yeah, that's exactly what South Africa wanted. They wanted their top order to get out there and bat for 12 to 14 overs and let the middle order, their powerful middle order, do the work at the back end. Hendricks just starting to kick on now with 27 of 26, and Markham's fresh to the crease, but they got their hands full. Sandeep Lamachang, he bowled a fantastic first over, and we're about to see him
दोस्रो
second.
बलले दोस्रो ओभर सुरुवात गर्दै
Long chase to come in from the deep.
That is their first over. Look at the first delivery, 6.8 degrees, 7.5. They bowled beautifully. And it'll be important to continue in the same fashion. Otherwise, South Africa is going to...
लामिछाने अहिले बलिङको लागि रहेको भने टेस्ट ओभर ओभरको यो बललाई स्विप लगाउने प्रयास गरिएको तर ब्याटमा सम्पर्क भएन राम्रो टर्न पाइरहेको छन् सन्दीप लामिछानेले यहाँनिर राम्रो टर्न पाइरहेकोले गर्दा आशा गरौँ कि एउटा विकेट होस् सन्दीपको यो ओभरमा चौथो बलमा बोला र यो बल ब्याटको किनार लाग्दै बल जना पुग्यो स्लिप एरियामा फिल्डर तैनात त्यहाँ र यो डट अर्को पनि डट रहेछ कि केवल मात्र अब 2 बल छ बाँकी खेलको 9 ओभर 8.4 ओभरमा 52 रन एउटा विकेटको नोक्सानीमा साउथ अफ्रिकाको टिम रहेको छ नि 5औं बलको बलिङ आक्रमण लिएर अहिले सन्दीप लामिछाने बलिङको लागि फेरि पनि तयार रहँदै ओभर द विकेट आउनको लागि र यो बललाई यहाँनिर प्रहार गरिएको छ बल गएको छ दुई खेलाडीको बीचबाट डिप पोइन्ट एरियामा गुल्सन चाहछन् पछाडि बाउन्ड्री किनारबाट बललाई रोक्न लागि अगाडि आए बललाई फिल गरिदिए थ्रो लगाइदिए मिल्यो मात्र 1 रन र यो 1 रन सँगै 53 रन एउटा विकेट साउथ अफ्रिकाको टोलीको रहेको भने मात्र अब 1 बल छ बाँकी खेलको 9 ओभर सकिन सन्दीप लामिछाने ओभरको अन्तिम बल लिएर बलिङको लागि तयार छन् उनी ओभर द विकेट आउन मार्क्रम छन् स्ट्राइकमा सन्दीप लामिछानेको यो लेग स्पिन र यो बललाई पोइन्ट एरियामा हल्का हातले बललाई पुश गर्ने प्रयास बल गयो फिल्डरको हातमा रह्यो डट खेलको 9 ओभर सकियो र 9 ओभरमा 53 एउटा विकेट साउथ अफ्रिकाको टोलीको रहेको प्रति ओभर साउथ अफ्रिकाको टिम 5.89 को रन गतिमा यहाँनिर रन बटुली रहँदाखेरि 32 बलमा 31 रनको साझेदारी पनि बनिसक्यो र सन्दीपले 2 ओभर बलिङ फाल्दै उनले आज 4 रन खर्चिएका छन् यानि कि इकोनोमी हिसाबमा राम्रो बलिङ भएको सन्दीपको तर विकेट पनि सन्दीपले निकाल्दिएको भए राम्रो हुन्थ्यो नेपाली टिमको लागि 9 ओभर 53 एउटा विकेट 11 ओभरको खेल छ बाँकी र ह्यान्ड्रिक सेट भइसकेकाले गर्दाखेरि उनको विकेट निकाल्नु पर्यो जसरी पनि उनको विकेट निकाल्नको लागि आवश्यक छ 15,400 जना हामीसँग जोडिनु भएको छ कृपया लाइक गरिदिनु स्ट्रिमिङलाई यदि गर्नु भएको छैन भने र सब्स्क्राइब गर्दै 3,39,000 सब्स्क्राइबर पनि कम्प्लिट गरिदिम म सब्स्क्राइब गर्नेको नाम साउट आउट गरिदिन्छु अञ्जित न्यू पाएले सब्स्क्राइब गर्नुभयो त्यसैगरी किरण साउथले पनि सब्स्क्राइब गर्नुभएको रहेछ रुपेश छेत्रीले सब्स्क्राइब गर्दै जोडिनु भयो त्यसैगरी हामीले सब्स्क्राइब गर्दै अर्जुन यहाँनिर जीसी हुनुहुन्छ उहाँले पनि सब्स्क्राइब गर्नुभयो हेमु बोहराले पनि सब्स्क्राइब गर्नुभयो राजेश विष्टले सब्स्क्राइब गर्नुभएको रहेछ त्यसै गरी सागर घिसिङले सब्स्क्राइब गर्नुभयो बलिङको लागि भोटतेल लेग स्पिनमा यहाँनिर भोटतेललाई बलिङको लागि ल्याइएको पहिलो बल ओभरको यो बललाई 1 रन प्रहार गर्दै स्ट्राइक रोटेट गरिएको र यहाँनिर सन्दीप लामिछानेसँगै भोटतेल पनि लेग स्पिनको लागि बलिङको लागि आइसके ओभरको पहिलो बलमा 1 रन प्रहार भयो र यो 1 रनसँगै स्ट्राइक परिवर्तन खेलको 10 ओभर केन्द्र स्टार्टिङ गरिएको पार्टनरसिप 32 रनको बनिसक्दाखेरि यो साझेदारी तोड्नको लागि आवश्यक छ दोस्रो बल र भोटतेल ओभर द विकेट आउने क्रममा यो बललाई ट्रो सर्किन चाहन्थे तर
Traditional dress of Nepal.
दोस्रो बलमा 1 रन
Spin again, causing problems.
Yeah, the first one really thrown up under 80 kilometers an hour, tossed up. And one of the first times that Ian Markham's eyes must have lit up and thought to himself, if I get anything of this,
पार्टनरशिप तोड्न
he could
आवश्यक
find
छ
himself a boundary. There has been a bit of turn tonight. There's been some spin, but there could also be a little bit of guesswork going on right now. When you talk about Sandeep Lamachane,
तेस्रो बलमा 1
it's
रन
leg spin, googly leg spin. He rushes the over. There's a lot of spin going on, but I also feel
Sir,
that
wote
South Africans
chauto
might not know
ball
exactly when that googly comes.
लिएर
And when he
बलिङ
bowls an
क्रममा
over that doesn't go for many runs, you almost feel you have to take on the next over.
चौथो बल 1 रन
That's
जानेछ
pressure that quality spinner builds. Might not always be that particular bowler that takes the wickets, but they can come at the other end with the desperation to try and turn that scoreboard over.
Yeah, Markham now 9 of 15 deliveries is still getting into the stride
भोटतेल 5औं बल लिँदै
to find ways to
Dot
pick up runs. Again, a
shuffle.
dot.
Credit to Nepal and the way they've been going about their business with the ball so far.
कुशल भोलतेल जम्मा
And
3
they're
रन
rushing the South Africans too. Before you know it, you're
Good.
15, 16 balls down. You're not really
56
taking
रन
the
1 विकेट
score rate over. It's been fantastic
जित्छ
bowling.
जित्न पर्यो नि नत्र त आज जितेन
Halfway
भने त
stage here, drinks going to be brought out.
10 ओभर गयो
South Africa 57 for
जम्मा
1.
57 रन 20 ओभर 10 ओभरको समाप्तिसँगै साउथ अफ्रिका 57 रन 1 विकेटको क्षतिमा चाँडोभन्दा चाँडो नेपालले पार्टनरसिपलाई ब्रेक गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ अब 11 ओभरको बलिङ लिँदै को आउनेछन् हेरौँ सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ साथीहरू सब्स्क्राइब लाइक गरौँ जो जोडिनु भएको छ हामी नयाँ भएको कारणले गर्दाखेरि हामी यदि यो म्याच जितेको खण्डमा नेक्स्ट म्याचमा रिचार्ज कार्ड सहित आउनेछौँ बङ्गलादेशको म्याचसँग जसले कमेन्ट गर्नुहुन्छ उहाँहरूलाई रिचार्ज दिनेछौँ लाइभ केमा हेर्ने भनेर सोध्नु भएको छ लाइभ चाहिँ तपाईँले आइसिसी टिभीबाट पनि हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ ल्यापटप कम्प्युटरतिर र मोबाइलमा हेर्नुहुन्छ भने तपाईँले आइसिसी को आफ्नो अफिसियल च्यानल छ आइसिसी मेन्स टी20 वर्ल्ड कप भन्ने एप डाउनलोड गरेर हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ भने अर्को तपाईँले स्टार स्पोर्ट्स 1 भनेर तपाईँले प्ले स्टोरबाट एप्लिकेसन डाउनलोड गरेर पनि हेर्न सकिन्छ
South Africa against Nepal here in this Group D match, where Nepal have really enjoyed the first
Southafrika
10
top
overs of this contest.
पोइन्ट्स टेबलको
7
टपमा
for 1, and Nepal's bowlers have
टपसँगै
really
सुपर 8 मा
had the
प्रवेश
ascendancy.
गरिसकेको छ
Look
भने
at some of these numbers.
नेपाल
Fenderson
चौथो
Perry won
स्थानमा
12
1
in 2,
अङ्कसहित
but Lamachane is
चौथो
spinning
स्थान छ।
a weave of knots here.
लाइभ हेर्नको लागि चाहिँ तपाईँले प्ले स्टोरमा गएर स्टार स्पोर्ट्स 1 डाउनलोड गरेर हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ है साथीहरू।
We're here at Arnos
लाइभ
Vale
भिडियो हेर्नको
for
लागि
the
चाहिँ
2024 tournament, but let's take you back to the inaugural tournament in Johannesburg for a magic moment.
र ल्यापटपबाट हेर्दै हुनुहुन्छ भने चाहिँ तपाईँहरूले आइसिसी टिभीबाट सिधै हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ। र टिभीबाट हेर्ने भने चाहिँ सिधै आइसिसी स्टार स्पोर्ट्स 1बाट हेर्न
That's
सक्नुहुन्छ।
it, all over. South Africa have won the first match in the inaugural ICC.
र जो लाइकमा जोडिनु भएको छ लाइक सब्सक्राइब सेयर चाहिँ गरिदिनु होला र एक लाइक पनि
Inaugural
गरिदिनु होला।
tournament, that was the inaugural match. Tony Cozier on commentary. West Indies chased it down.
ग्रुप टेबलको 4बाट वेस्ट इन्डिज, साउथ अफ्रिका, इन्डिया
South Africa 208.
सुपर 8मा प्रवेश गरिसकेका छन् भने
Sean Pollock, your thoughts?
Yeah, 208 for 2 in 17.4 overs. We were knocking off 200s back in those days.
अविनाश बोहरालाई ल्याएका छन्।
Markram on strike.
ओभरको
It's Avinash Bohara.
र बिट भइसकेका छन्।
This pitch is not easy. Right now, the South African batters don't trust it. And
अहिले जित्छ यार तिमी मुलाहरूलाई केही थाहा छैन क्या क्रिकेट। एक विकेट गयो नि, एक विकेट गयो नि, रन धेरै छैन, विकेट त आउला नि केटा। एक गइसक्यो त 20 ओभरमा 20 रनमा। अहिले पार्टनरसिप अलिकति बढी भयो। अलि अब पार्टनरसिप
flashing blade, there's no run.
One of the interesting
57
things,
रन।
I would just throw an idea into the hat is potentially to see maybe somebody
दोस्रो
like
बल पनि
Marco Jansen come out and just have a bit of a slog. I know how good
दोस्रो बल पनि डट।
Klaasen and Miller are.
तेस्रो बलको क्रममा अविनाश बोहरा प्योर गड अविनाश बोहरा आएका छन्।
Back into that 7 or 8 runs per over position.
ल साथीहरु लाइक पनि गरौ न यार, एक दुई जना जति जना जोडिनुहुन्छ। तेस्रो बलमा भने 4 रन गएको छ। 4 रन सँगै साउथ अफ्रिकाको 61 रन। तेस्रो बलमा 4 रन।
Short individuals and a little bit more round
Partnership.
in approach. That's why the ball's just been skidding on. That one was
एकदमै
just a
बढी
little
सकेको
bit
छ
more.
partnership।
Aiden Markham's eyes lit up and he thought, here we go. Let me get this innings underway. Let me really apply some pressure. Smashed it through the cover region.
1-8 को रन गतिमा साउथ अफ्रिकाले रन बनाइरहेको छ। अब पार्टनरशिप ब्रेक गर्न एकदमै आवश्यक। 1 रन। अबको चौथो बल अविनाश बोहरा बोलिङमा छन् भने तपाईहरुले लाइभ हेर्नको लागि चाहिँ तपाईहरुले प्ले स्टोरमा गएर मोबाइलबाट हेर्दै हुनुहुन्छ भने प्ले स्टोरमा गएर स्टार स्पोर्ट्स 1 डाउनलोड गरेर हेर्न सक्नुहुनेछ। तपाईलाई म कुन एप्लिकेसन भनेर देखाउँछु है त, यहाँ हेर्नु होला है। तपाईले प्ले स्टोरमा गएर यो पिक्चर भएको यो दुईटा स्टार स्पोर्ट्स को दुईटा एप्लिकेसन डाउनलोड गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ है। र क्याच ड्रप भएको छ, सिम्पल क्याच।
Yeah, we were just praising the pressure that they applied. Birtle tends to suggest that maybe the floodlights got in his eyesight at the last minute, at the crux moment, but Reza Hendricks didn't even run. He held his position. He knew he hadn't got anywhere near the contact he was after. It wasn't going to carry. He thought he was going to be on his way.
Simple catch miss भएको छ साथीहरु, कसो बुल्टर क्वाडबाट।
Done so well, built so much pressure. They deserved another wicket, and not to be.
Yeah, they've worked hard. Herschel Birtle, that long off.
अन्तिम बल
Looks for the Yorker this time. It's a single. 11 gone. Nepal still finding
Catch
their
drop
line
by-
at length. 67 for 1. Well, the first 11 overs really belonged to Nepal. Nepal won the toss. There's captain Rohit Podal winning the toss. Say we'll have a bowl first. Avinash Bohara 10
11 ओभरको समाप्तिसँगै 67 रन, 1 विकेट साउथ अफ्रिकाको।
really important now that
45
Reza
रनको
Hendricks has
पार्टनरशिप
been in for
भइसकेको छ
34 balls for 35, stays
44
as long as he
बलमा
can. He's been in
यो
there, he's
पार्टनरशिप
got
तोड्न
a
एकदमै
feel
आवश्यक
of
छ नेपाल
this pitch, 45 and 44
पार्टनरशिप
this
नतोडेको
partnership.
खण्डमा
There's so
एकदमै
much
ठुलो स्कोर
batting
बन्ने
in this
सम्भावना देखिन्छ
South African side. Klaasen, Stubbs, Miller, Janssen. There's tons of batting to come.
Yeah, well, you reckon Avanish went between the
Kushal
over and
Patel.
said to Missile, don't mind you dropping the catch, but don't allow
पहिलो
it to
बल
happen
एक
four
रन
as well.
Nothing worse than a drop catch off a bowler, hey? Polly? Can't say I enjoyed it much myself.
दोस्रो बल यस
Dragged it on.
यस
Hayden
यस
Markham,
यस
the
यस
skipper
दोस्रो
has
विकेट
gone. And
Yes.
that's very well bowled. But Kushal Patel
कुशल
has
भुटेल
made
रे
amends for
एक
the drop
विकेट लिएका
catch.
छन् दोस्रो बलमा
That's a brilliant bit of bowling. He just held that one back. It seemed to come
Yes,
a little
ball
bit
out.
slower than what we've seen from him so far. And Aidan Markham almost had to hold and wait for it to get to him. And then all he could
Inside
do is
edge.
the bottom edge onto the middle stump.
इनसाइड एजबाट गइसकेका छन्
Patel does reprieve himself from a bit of a nasty drop catch. He's managed to pick up the second wicket after all. Markham goes for 15 of 22.
एड्रिन मार्कमको 15 रनमा आउट भइसकेका छन् # नेपाल गाइज # नेपाल साउथ अफ्रिकाको 2 विकेट गुमाउँदै 68 रन 11.2 ओभरमा
St Vincent and the Grenadines very much part of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup for 2024. Heinrich Klaasen. Well, in the last year or last 9 months, nobody's hit more sixes for South Africa in T20 cricket than this man. But his sixes seem like tens because they go such a long way.
And such a
Hendricks,
brilliant left spin too,
Klaasen,
so this
आएका
is an
छन्
important time for him to be at the crease for the South Africans. He really has the ability to dominate.
नम्बर 4 मा
Missed the wicket where Markham gave himself room, then just had to hold and pause a little
इनसाइड
bit.
एज
And then
भएर
inside
आउट
edge onto
भएका
middle
थिए
stump.
तेस्रो बल
Klaasen, he'll have a look at it and then he'll
एक रनको लागि
make an assessment, and then this is the end of Aidan Markham. Huge stride forward. The ball never really arrives. Like second class post. Why bother? Pay the extra and go first
ओभरको
class.
चौथो बल
But Bertel, that really
Kushal
didn't
Patel.
make a lot of difference. He dropped the catch
Short
at long
ball.
off and then he got his man. He bowls the
Dot
leggy
ball.
this time.
Yeah, and a lot of the South Africans they're not really coming down the wicket. They're using the pitch. They're moving sideways. I don't think they really know if they can trust the pitch and the amount of turn that there is.
अब
There's
यो
been a
भन्दा
lot of
पछि
turn tonight, but also maybe just
12 ओभरको लागि
a little
सन्दीप
bit of
लामिछाने
guesswork
ल्याए एकदम
potentially,
राम्रो
where there's
हुने
going to be
थियो
a googly, a bit of a leggy. So they're using the crease well, sideways, but nothing really coming down the pitch. And the one guy that does bat really well, who stands in his crease and plays spinners really well, is Heinrich Klaasen. He doesn't tend to use his feet.
ओभरको अन्तिम बल
Ooh, look
Dot.
at that. Little spitting cobra out there. Hendricks leaves this alone. He knows it's too wide, could get him into trouble.
And exactly another reason why he's not running at the ball. He's kind of standing in the crease, trying to play it from there.
डट बल सँगै
Really fine over. 12 gone.
12
69 for 2.
ओभरको गेम सकिसकेको छ यस ओभरमा मात्र 2 रन खर्चिँदै कुशल पोर्तेल 1 विकेट लिन सफल
12 overs gone. Heinrich Klaasen has just come in. David Miller's still to come. Tristan Stubbs and Marco Janssen, the genuine all-rounder. And then you've got your quicks, Rabada, Nokia, Otniel Bathman, medium pace, and Shamsi's in the side. Tabraiz Shamsi will enjoy bowling on this pitch. The wrist spinner who comes in for Keshav Maharaj. Reza Hendricks still there, 36 from 38. He want to balance that equation. He wants to get those runs per balls, way above what it is right now. Lamachane, oh well
Oh,
bowled.
fast ball dot.
Sandeep Lamachane is having a dream
Sandeep
night.
Lamachane आएका छन्.
Enjoying bowling on this.
ओभरको 12
2.1 overs, 0 for 4.
12
And,
ओभरको
he now gets the opportunity to bowl to one of the best players of
बलिङको
spin
लागि.
going around at the moment, and straight away beats that outside edge. Quality.
Oh, he's got the reverse.
Oh,
Sompal Kami, he had his hands, he had his fingers on the ball.
That would have been a stunner as well, wouldn't it? You could grab that one-handed. And for it to have been Clarkson as
catch
well.
drop.
The danger player for South Africa, the man who has...
The googly this time, the one that comes back into the pads. It's a subtle change of action. The ball comes out of the back of the hand, not the side. Look at the reverse sweep. Oh, it was a fingertip over the bar.
ओभरको
Just
तेस्रो
28
बल.
meters before it reached that backward point.
डट चौथो बल.
Well,
1
this has
रन.
been a perplexing conundrum. But not for the crowd, though. Nepal, with their numbers here, and the South Africans, they've travelled thousands of miles to get here to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We've got a real contest on our hands. He's found the edge again. This is outstanding.
You've just got to keep remembering how this is a must-win game for Nepal. They're some way off a chance of the Super 8s, but if they lose this match, they know they're definitely out.
Hendricks now, 37 from 40. Time to move on.
ओभरको समाप्तिसँगै 73 रन. 2 विकेटको क्षतिमा. नेपाललाई विकेटको खाँचो. कुशल भुर्तेलबाट अर्को विकेट आएको छ साथीहरू. यीसँगै नेपालको 3 विकेट. एकदमै खतरनाक ब्याट्सम्यान आउट भएका छन्. कुशल भुर्तेल 2 विकेट लिन सफल.
see the umpire director, review LBW, on-field position is not out. Check on his feet, fair delivery, front on first, thanks. You front on coming up.
LBW out.
Doesn't appear to be any bad involved. Could I have Ultra Edge next, please, to confirm? Very much, Joel. Ultra Edge coming up. Flat line. Flat line. Roll it through, roll it through. Thank you. Yeah. There is no bat involved. Floor tracking, please, when ready. Ball tracking coming up now. It's pitching in line, impact in line, wickets is umpire's call. Joel, you'll be staying with your decision if not out. Stand by, we'll get you on screen. You're on screen now, signal, thanks.
You really have to feel for Nepal. That was a wonderful review. Umpires call it clipping the top of the bails. They cannot believe it. But Joel Wilson had said, no, it was not out in his opinion.
Yeah, when it went to the replay, David Miller was gone. When he saw the replay, he thought he was definitely out of there. When it went to the replay, I saw there was the topping. And that was why I was interested to see if it was going to turn a misleg stump, and I knew, no, it's not. It's going to go straight on. But I suppose the one thing about a toppy is that it obviously gets more bounce than most of the other deliveries. And maybe that's why it's ended up just clipping the top of the bails. But that is a real reprieve. Miller thought his innings was come and gone.
That's a ball.
In for some dramatic moments. We've had them already, but I think we've got some more to come. Here we go. It's pitched on. It's hit him on the left thigh in front of middle and off. And Joel Wilson, it's umpire's call. He didn't think it was good enough for him to give. They cannot believe it.
David Miller would have been gone for a duck. It's only happened once to him before in T20s, in the international scene, in what, 120 matches he's played.
77 रन 3 विकेटको क्षतिमा.
The end of the over, 14 gone, 77 for 3.
अम्पायरले आउट दिएको भए आउट हुन्थ्यो. अम्पायरले आउट दिएन र रिभ्यूमा नट आउट देखियो. डेभिड मिलर पनि गएको भए लगभग राम्रो स्कोरमा समाइदिन्थ्यो. 14 ओभरको समाप्त भइसकेको छ. साउथ अफ्रिकाको टिमले 77 रन 3 विकेट गुमाउँदै.
We've got 6 overs to go. The heart of South Africa's batting has been ripped out. De Kock, Markram, Klaassen, Hendricks is still there, 40 from 43. Miller just still there. Stubbs and Jansen can bat.
Hendrick 40 रन हानिसकेका छन्. Hendrick एकदमै जरुरी छ.
In this tournament, only one player is aged over 30. They're all in their 20s. In fact, that's current KC. He's only 32. I think he aged 5 years though with that juggled catch. Oh, I was there. She can tell her parents I was there. Hendricks on strike. Abinash.
15 ओभरको बोलिङ गर्दै अविनाश बोरा डट बल.
Even the ricochets are going
पहिलो बलमा.
Nepal have played a lot of cricket in the lead up to this tournament. The Cricket Association of Nepal arranged 40 T20s in 8 months in the lead up. They had West Indies A and Ireland A both touring Nepal for the very first time. There's the coach in the centre, Monty Desai in the glasses.
व्यक्तिगत दोस्रो ओभर सँगै दोस्रो बल.
It's a full toss. He doesn't know where it is.
दोस्रो बल पनि
They've
डट.
played a lot of cricket, and South Africa have played the fewest men's T20 internationals between the two World Cups. They've only played 11.
तेस्रो बल
In 2024 for Nepal, significant off the back of qualifying for this tournament, being able to pitch to the government for more money. It's that investment and able to play those matches.
तेस्रो बल
To host those tours, to get your team well prepared. And Monty
78 रन
Desai in the lead-up has been talking about also how they've been able to get a proper structure in place in their domestic cup. 7 provinces played against each other, including 3 professional teams. You know, they're a country who are aiming to go a long way in cricket. They want test status eventually. It's a long way to go, but they're putting structures in place.
I'll tell you what, Alison, just watching them play here tonight, they're certainly not out of place against South Africa here. Abhinash Bohara, whose best figures in T20 internationals was 6 for 11 against the Maldives last year.
पाँचौं
That was
बल
in Hangzhou in China.
डट राख्न सफल
Doesn't matter who it's against, you've taken 6 for 11.
I'll coach any team that wants to go tour the Maldives.
I hear there's a tournament taking place in the Cayman Islands. There's a queue of 400 commentators waiting to go into that one. Right, Miller, one from 4. What can he do? David Miller.
स्ट्राइकमा छन् डेभिड मिलर
Short helps it round the corner.
र
Man out there.
1 रनको लागि
Something dramatic has got to happen here for South Africa. They're 79
1 रन सँगै
for 3 from 14.5.
80 रन
Nepal still have
South
to
Africa.
cope with the fire pace, the likes of Anrik Nortje. But at the moment, they are giving themselves every chance of an upset here.
15 ओभरको खेल सकिसकेको छ साउथ अफ्रिकाको खातामा
Long on. Fielders are everywhere. They've got them in the right place. 80 for 3, 5 overs to go.
लाइक गरौ है साथीहरु लाइक गरौ जति जना जोडिनुहुन्छ यसपछिको ओभरमा सायद सन्दीपलाई हामी छैन ल्याउँछ होला
So much of cricket is about adapting to conditions. South Africa flying in
अब 5 ओभर बाँकी
New York, where those conditions were not easy.
15 ओभरको म्याच
They're coming up against
सकिसकेको छ
floodlit game. Can these
आज
two now
स्पिनरहरुको
put together a partnership?
हातबाट मात्र विकेट आएको छ डिपेन्डेन्ट सिमेरीको हातमा 1 विकेट भने
Turning conditions.
कुशल बोर्तेलको हातबाट 2 विकेट र
Hendricks 42 from 47 so far.
अरु बलरहरु भने खासै
Absolutely the mainstay for South
विकेट लिन
Africa right
सकेका
now.
छैनन् र दिपेन्द्र सिंह अहिले दोस्रो ओभर तेस्रो ओभर आफ्नो पहिलो बलमा डट
Here's the Prime Minister.
डट सरी गाइस डट
Yesterday,
1 रन
Ralph Gonsalves.
Well, he, Brian, has overseen the development of this government money, 38 billion. Very proud of the stadium.
दोस्रो बलमा पनि 1 रन
Lovely
दिपेन्द्र
shirt.
सिंहको दोस्रो
That was a
बलमा
good
पनि
shirt.
1 रन अब स्ट्राइकमा हेन्ड्रिक
I did like that shirt.
हेन्ड्रिकलाई विकेट लिनु पर्यो
Dancing in the stands yesterday. There's the St Vincent flag, the green V in the centre.
हेन्ड्रिक 40 रन बनाइसकेका छन् ए क्याच हुनु पर्यो हावामा बल
Here he's
यस
under it.
यस
He takes
यस
the
हेन्ड्रिकको
catch.
विकेट
Hendricks
सँगै
goes.
नेपालले 4 विकेट लिन सफल र
For South
दिपेन्द्र सिंह
Africa.
ऐरीको हातबाट 2 विकेट
It was a shot of
Hendrick out,
frustration in the
एकदमै
end
खतरनाक
from
ब्याट्सम्यान
Reza Hendricks. He
Hendrick
simply
out
hasn't
भइसकेका छन्
found any fluency this evening.
यस
A little
हेन्ड्रिक
bit of a
आउट
quicker ball. You can actually see how it stops and bounces.
अब पालो डेभिड मिलरको
Simple catch by Airy. Reza Hendricks' innings comes to an end. He's tried real hard. South Africa haven't really gone anywhere so
ओभरको
far.
दोस्रो बलमा
Hendricks
catch
has
out
gone for 43. South
गरिदिएका
Africa
छन्
on
आफैले
82 for 4.
दिपेन्द्र सिंह ऐरी 49 बलमा 43 रन बनाउँदै ह्यान्ड्रिक आउट भएका छन् नेपालले 130 सम्मको टार्गेट दिन सक्यो भने सम्भवतः सहिलै चेज गर्छ जस्तो लाग्छ र साथीहरु लाइक गरौँ शेयर गरौँ जतिजना जोडी हुन्छ एकदमै कम आउनु भएको छ लाइभमा छोडिनु होला
Tristan
नजानु
Stubbs
होला म
in
बल बाइ
at
बल
number 6 played
कमेन्ट्री
a
गर्दैछु
crucial innings to help the side win against the Netherlands in New York.
तपाईहरुलाई लाइभ हेर्नु छ भने चाहिँ
Best
यदि
score you can
मोबाइलबाट
see
लाइभ
there
हेर्दै हुनुहुन्छ भने
the right of screen at 33
स्टार
from 37
स्पोर्ट्समा
balls.
गएर स्टार
To do something
स्पोर्ट्सको
explosive here
एपमा
to
गएर
get South
पनि
Africa
हेर्न
moving in
सक्नुहुन्छ
the
स्टार
right
स्पोर्ट्सको
direction
एप
though.
प्ले स्टोरबाट डाउनलोड गरेर हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ है ल्यापटपबाट हुने आइसिटिभी ओभरको तेस्रो बल डट बल
Beautifully bowled.
There is Hendricks trying to give him some room and a bit of bounce. See, trying to roll his wrists, but it
र चौथो बल 1 रन
finding the top edge and going up for a pretty easy catch for Airy. He's bowled beautifully tonight.
5.29 को रन गतिमा साउथ अफ्रिकाले रन बनाइरहेको छ
South Africans so far.
अब अर्को खतरनाक ब्याट्सम्यान डेभिड मिलरलाई पनि विकेट लिन सकियो भने नेपालले आफ्नो खेललाई हातमा लिन सक्छ स्ट्राइकमा डेभिड मिलर र 1 विकेट 2 रनको लागि पाएका छन् र सफल पनि भयो 2 रनसँगै साउथ अफ्रिका 85 रन 4 विकेटको क्षतिमा 16 रन सकिएको छ रन बन्न एकदमै गाह्रो भइरहेको छ नेपालले एक्स्ट्रा 8 रन दिइसकेको छ भने
absolutely significant in that. Look at that economy. Even though he hasn't been amongst the wickets.
सन्दीप लामिछानेको तेस्रो ओभर अन्तिम ओभर लिएर आएका छन् विकेट लिन नसके पनि रन गति भने एकदमै रोकेका छन्
In this middle phase you can see the tourniquet has been applied by the Nepali bowlers very successfully indeed. No boundary for 5 overs now.
सन्दीप लामिछाने पहिलो बल डट बलसँग सुरु गरेका छन् सन्दीपको यो ओभरमा 1 विकेट आयो भने नेपाललाई एकदमै सहज हुने थियो कम स्कोरमा समेट्न सहज हुने थियो दोस्रो बल मिसफिल्डसँगै 4 रन गएको छ मिसफिल्डिङ यस्तो मिसफिल्डिङ गर्यो भने त यो रोक्नु पर्ने थियो यो बल
He's one of South Africa's tallest players there, so the old snake in the field as
को
it
थियो
spins.
उसमा फिल्डिङमा
Unfortunate that for the bowler. But
misfielding.
the taller batters might be the guys that South Africa will look to get to right now. They get to the bounce a little bit better than the rest of the batters. It's a good reverse sweep. Could run away for a couple runs for Tristan Stubbs.
2 run. तर मिसफिल्डिङ भयो
There have been few and far between across his whole South Africa innings. There's some dampness certainly on the grass now as well for this night game. So if you're wrong-footed, you have every chance of completely losing your feet as we saw on the boundary.
एक रन अर्को
Scared to toss the ball up. Oh goodness me, there's
चौथो बल
a bit of a misfield. That's been the one blot on the landscape really for Nepal this evening.
2 रन लिएका छन् यो उसमा पनि
Yeah, just a little bit of a bobble over there, but
मिसफिल्डिङ भइरहेको छ एकदमै मिसफिल्डिङ
and this with South Africa's been really good. They were really good in New York with this in the last final few overs. Tristan Stubbs, Klaas and Miller were the guys that South Africa turned to, and they're doing it again today. Just knocking the ball on the head, running really hard with body language between them if there's no boundaries.
ओभरको समाप्ति
How will the batters cope with the pace of South Africa? Henrik Nortje has taken 8 wickets across the tournament so far. He's been so important to the South Africa side. Long time out with injury. Missed the whole of the South African summer, missed the India World Cup.
अन्तिम ओभर अन्तिम बल 1 रनसँगै ओभरको समाप्ति 95 रन 4 विकेटको क्षतिमा सन्दीप लामी
95
छानेको
for 4.
ओभर सकिएको छ
Well, there's been some anxious fielding this evening for Nepal. This has been, well, their Achilles heel tonight, you would say. You saw there that Bertel indicated he'd lost the ball in the lights. Sompo Kami, one hand from him. Karen KC holding that one just about. Well, the Nepal fans in the crowd this evening, they're happy, and why not? This side really has performed superbly well for the most part. Just the odd lapse in the field. But other than that, it's been excellent. Really has. Pendra Singh Eri is going to bowl his last over now.
लास्ट ओभर आफ्नो लास्ट ओभर लिएर डिपेन्ड सिंह पहिलो बल
Yeah, I think they've
1 रन
done really well as a bowling unit. Yes, they probably looked a little bit sloppy in the fielding department, but certainly, if you look at the way they handled themselves against some quality batters, well, full credit to the bowlers, especially the spinners.
ओभरको दोस्रो बल फुल टस दिएका छन्
The first time we've
1
seen
रनको
this
लागि
now just going a little bit quicker. Here he has bowled the odd one that's been the quicker ball.
डेभिड मिलर
The pitch has played beautifully for the spinners. There's been some bounce. There's
डेभिड
been
मिलर
some
7 रन बनाएर खेलिरहेका छन् भने
exactly go to death bowling straight away. South Africa's still under pressure.
Just run
They're probably
to,
2 or 3 hits away from where they would like to be right now.
11 रन
It's exactly like
Sliced off
that.
the outside edge.
Yes.
And the catch is taken.
Yes.
Lamachane takes it at backward point.
पाँचौं विकेट गुमेको छ डेभिड मिलरको पनि विकेट गएको छ
Miller had a reprieve from an LBW.
डेभिड मिलर आउट
No reprieve this time.
7 रनमा
Yeah, this
7
was
रन
tossed up
बनाउँदै
by
डेभिड
Airy.
मिलर आउट
Previous ball going quick.
र नेपालले 5 विकेट लिन सफल
Slightly
भइसकेको छ
slower. David Miller trying to go with the long handle.
यस
And there's a
गाइज
bit of spin, a bit of bounce, and that just pops up, and he's caught it short.
एकदमै
Third
डेन्जर
man.
म्यान
All over South
डेभिड
Africa
मिलर
right
आउट
now. That's the end of David Miller. He's gone for 7. Never really got started. South Africa are 97 for 5.
नेपाललाई जित्ने एकदमै ठुलो अपर्च्युनिटी नेपालले 120 भन्दा तल आउट गर्न सक्यो भने लगभग गेम नेपालको हातमा हुन्छ 17.3 ओभरको गेम सकिसकेको छ भने अब नेपालले जम्मा जम्मी 15 बल खेल्न पर्नेछ नेपालले मिस फिल्डिङ नगरेको खण्डमा राम्रो हुने थियो अब मिस फिल्डिङ भयो क्याच ड्रप भयो चौका रोक्नु पर्ने ठाउँमा रोकिएन दुईटा क्याच ड्रप भयो
Look at those Nepal supporters. They're happy, and why wouldn't they be?
ग्राउन्डमा नेपाली सपोर्टरहरु एकदमै धेरै देख्न
You can
सकिन्छ
see at the bottom of the screen there, South Africa in all sorts of trouble. Marco Jansen in at number 7.
Yeah, we spoke of Lamachane, but what about Airy? Now he's picked up 3 wickets.
दिपेन्द्र सिंह अहिले
And in
3
his
विकेट
last
लिइसकेका
over
छन्
now, he's
साथीहरु
got 3 more deliveries in this over.
ओभरको चौथो बल 1 रन
Probably the one guy South Africa would like to have out there right now is the 2 tallest players in their team, Marco Jansen and Tristan Stubbs. And this one just slowing it up to David Miller. Look at that. Too slow. Trying to go across the line. A little bit of pace, a little bit of spin, sorry, a little bit of bounce. It finds the outside edge. South Africa have not really decided to use their feet down the pitch.
ओभरको
They've
पाँचौं बल
tended to stand still, and maybe the taller batters, as I was alluding to now, Marco Jansen, Tristan Stubbs, they might find that length easier to pick than the rest of the batters.
बिट भएका छन् 1 रनको लागि
Stubbs looking for the sweep, he can't find it. Dipendra Singh Eri is the 5th highest wicket taker for Nepal in 2020 internationals. Behind Lamachane, Karan KC, Avinash Bohara and Sompo Kami. He has bowled beautifully this evening. All those figures in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen.
टप 5 मा छन् दिपेन्द्र सिंह अहिले विकेट टेकर बलरको नेपालको
What a
र
spell.
अन्तिम बलमा डट सँगै
21 for him. South
49 रन
2
साउथ
overs
अफ्रिका
to go.
18 ओभरको
99 for
खेल
5.
सकेको छ भने दिपेन्द्र सिंह अहिले 21 रनमा आफ्नो सबै ओभरहरु सकाउँदै 3 विकेट लिएका छन् भने साउथ अफ्रिकाको स्कोर 99 रन 5 विकेटको क्षतिमा एकदमै ठुलो विकेट गएको छ यो ओभरमा डेभिड मिलरको। अविनाश बोहराले मिसफिल्डिङ गरेका थिए, अब त्यसको भरपाई यो ओभरमा गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ।
$68 for 1 at one stage, South Africa, and that was in the 12th over. Since then, it's been one-way traffic, and that traffic has been all the way back to Kathmandu. Bahara into the attack. Plenty of options there for the
Avinash
captain.
Bohra.
Just one or two bowlers bowled out so far.
आफ्नो तेस्रो
They need to find
ओभरमा
boundaries. They
पहिलो
need
बल
to find boundaries here.
र डट बल।
That brings up the 100 as another run drips into the bucket.
डट बल भने 1 रन लिन सक्नुभएछ।
You'd think that this is
यो
the
सँगै
over that South
साउथ
Africa
अफ्रिकाको
target with Sandeep
100 रन
Singh
पनि कम्प्लिट भइसकेको छ।
probably going to bowl. Has he bowled out? Excuse me, he's bowled out, sorry. But still, with 11 balls to go, not much batters to come after this. KG Rabada in next. You would hope that these two batters see South Africa through to the end of the 20th over.
ओभरको दोस्रो बल 1 रन।
Well, that's two shots in succession.
एकदमै राम्रो योर्कर।
In the side, rather than
101
looking to
रन।
use their reach, they're looking to improvise.
You credit to the bowler. You got to pick the bowler because Bahara is bowling the 19th over and he's bowled 2 good deliveries, conceding only 2 singles.
ओ बिट भएका छन् तेस्रो बल डट।
It's not going to miss. South Africa are just really struggling their way through this innings right now. It's been fantastic bowling by the Nepal team. And with these two batters that are in right now, anything can change. 2 or 3 hits. We can only really tell how good this pitch is once both teams have
ओभरको
batted on it.
चौथो बल
Right now, South Africa a bit of a pickle.
चौथो बलमा 1 रन।
And there's no one out a deep square leg.
ओ प्लेयर रहन्छ 4 रन।
Stubbs
यसमा
moving
4
across
रन
his
आएको छ।
stumps and taking advantage
कुनै
of
पनि
that
फिल्डर
vacant
रहन्छ।
space.
Yeah, earlier we were
यो
talking about the
सँगै
reverse
साउथ
sweeps
अफ्रिकाको
and what's
105
happened
रन।
is Nepal have dropped a third man and a point. Aware of that reverse sweep potential from Tristan Stubbs and leaving the big square leg area open. And in this case, he's walked across and played a conventional leg glance and no one out there. He just rolls away for a boundary.
Well, the Prime Minister's in the mood there for supporting Nepal.
Started to take some chances and the last one really picked
एउटा
up a
विकेट
nice spot to pick up a boundary.
आवश्यक छ यसमा।
Just
डट
wondering,
बल
Dale, with that change in field because of the 2 reverse sweeps, should the captain have blinked there, or should he have stuck to
Dot
what he
ball,
was doing
Pacho.
and what was
Ball पनि
succeeding?
dot
Because
ball
those 2
रहन सक्छ।
reverse sweeps, remember, had failed.
Yeah, absolutely.
6
And
रन
if you look at
आइसकेको
the
छ यो
field, he's
ओभरमा।
actually, his square leg is behind square and the short fine leg is really, really fine. He can move those guys around, especially with the extra man out on the offside. That's the end of the over. It's a very good over that. South Africa 106 for 5.
अविनाश वर्सेस स्टोप्स।
St Vincent and the Grenadines at night. Stunning shot. There's Rabada waiting to come in, and of course with the change that South Africa have made, normally it would be
अन्तिम ओभर लिएर
Maharaj who would be coming in at number 8, adding a little bit of batting depth. Not the case this evening with Tabrez Shamsi coming into the side.
फर्स्ट बल
6.
मा छक्का 6 रन हालेको छन्।
That's the power of Tristan Stubbs, as well as the reach, being one of the taller batters. The natural length of Bertel has landed his He's
Full
troubled
toss
all the
दिएका
other
थिए
South African bowlers, batters. This one tossed up. But Tristan Stubbs' reach is slightly more than any of the others. And being that he's got, he's cleared the ropes. It's about 6 that South Africa's needed.
It's only the second 6 of this innings, but what a start to this last over.
एक रन
Kushal Muller, misfield from him. Well, it's an interesting gamble that Podell has taken here by using the spinner in the 20th over.
Yeah, and also opting to just flight the ball a little bit, you know. The wicket play.
The skipper feels that he's the right call to bowl the last over.
Dropped into the onside. They want to. They're not going to get it.
ओभरको चौथो बल एक रन
Look at the
बाँकी दुई
excitement
बल
there from some Nepal fans. Dr. Kishore Shala, the president of Cricket West Indies, looking on. This is his home country.
Oh, yes!
Good catch from Anil Shah running in.
Wicket गएको छ
long on.
डट बल रन विकेट
Landed with his elbows on the ground, but he still managed to hold on. And Jansen goes.
आज कुशल भोटेल र
There we go, using the
दिपेन्द्र
pitch.
सिंह अहिले 3-3
Marco Jansen finding the toe end of the bat.
3-3 विकेट लिन सफल
Not managing to clear the ropes, as we saw earlier in the over with Tristan Stubbs.
Good
Good
catch.
catch, diving forward. Nepal fans are excited about that. Nepal have bowled beautifully tonight. Marco Jansen, he's gone for 1. South Africa 115 for 6.
Celebrations in the stands. Nepal fans, I'm sure they can barely believe what they're seeing here, because aside South Africa, who've been playing well, they've got 3 wins, they're really struggling.
कागेश्वर रबडा एक बलको लागि एकदमै राम्रो बलिङ गर्यो नेपालले यस 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 विकेट यस सँगै नेपालले 116 रनको टार्गेट पाएको छ गुड बलिङ बाइ कुशल भोटेल
And after their 20 overs having been put into bat,
bowling,
they're
man.
115 for 7. A tremendous performance from Nepal.
यो सँगै नेपालले मात्र 116 रनको टार्गेट पाएको छ
Brilliant from
आज
Nepal.
नेपाललाई एकदमै ठुलो अपर्च्युनिटी
116 to win. 116 runs to create history for Nepal. At 5.8 runs per over. They are in the huddle. And the only thing in their mind will be 116 runs. They've got a job in hand because this looks a difficult pitch to bat on, especially when the spinners is on. But not a big total to chase. Picks up Kagiso Rabada in that fashion. He had nothing else to do but to go and whack it out of the ground, completely missing it. And the keeper does the rest. It's a lovely delivery and a lovely way to finish his spell and the innings of South Africa.
Well, if you want a little bit of cheer from a South African perspective, this is their highest total of the tournament. But then it's a pretty low bar, I'm afraid, after 3 matches in New York, and they have got a lot of work to do now, Dale Steyn, to try and sort things out. Here's the batting card.
Yeah, South Africa's batters really struggled tonight. Reza Hendricks, the only one with some runs there with 43 or 49, but everybody else struggled. The spin of the Nepal bowlers dominated the South Africans tonight. We didn't see a lot of batters moving down the pitch, and rightly so. When we did see one, KG Rabada was stumped off the final ball having a slog. Everyone really struggled. Tristan Stubb scored some at the end. He had a couple lusty blows to finish off with 27 of 18, but everybody else struggled, and the bowling was fantastic.
It was outstanding. Having a look at Lamashana, they were expecting him to do the trick, but he was pretty economical. But a look at the Burchell. 4 overs, 4 for 19. Very impressive from Ari also, right up the top of the order when he picked up 3 for 21.
Let's go downstairs now and hear who Alison Mitchell has got with her.
The show so far, Kushal Bertel with me. Kushal, could that have gone any better for you with the ball?
First of all, thank you so much. Yeah, wicket was a bit slow in the center, but I think.
ल साथीहरुको जोडीमा चाहिँ लाइक गरौ है, लाइक गरौ, शेयर गरौ, सब्स्क्राइब गरौ है।
You came back with 2 quick wickets.
I'm a second inning लिएर आउने छु।
In the deep. Did you lose the ball in the lights there?
Yeah, the light is coming straight in my eyes, so I dropped that.
It was a tremendous recovery. You've given yourselves every chance of creating history here. What was said in the huddle just now? You've never beaten a test-playing nation before.
Yeah, never beaten test person before, but this is a great chance. 150 in the board, and so we are looking for a victory.
How are you prepared to face the pace that South Africa possess? Because you'll be opening the batting in a moment.
Yeah, really excited, but wicket is very slow, so I think we can do well.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
South Africa's last 9 overs yielded 48 for the loss of 6. So, Nepal to stay alive in the tournament, they need 116 runs for a famous victory. Can they get it? We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll find out. South Africa unbeaten in New York up against the associates Nepal, the first time these two sides have ever met.
Davis got it.
Got short, hit airily, hit hard.
Oh dear. Hayden Markram, the skipper, is gone. Hold it, hold it.
Just close the doors, and you're in a world of your own. Travel is not just about the destination, it's also about how you get there. Fly Emirates, fly better.
अब सेकेन्ड इनिङ केही बेरमै सुरु हुँदैछ। आज चाहिँ नेपालले एकदमै राम्रो
सेकेन्ड इनिङ केही बेरमै सुरु हुँदैछ। आज चाहिँ नेपालले एकदमै राम्रो सेकेन्ड इनिङ केही बेरमै
पर्फर्मेन्स गर्यो। कुशर भुटेलले 4 विकेट लियो भने दिपेन्द्र सिंह ऐरेले 3 विकेट लियो। सन्दीप लामिछानेले विकेट नलिए पनि एकदमै राम्रो इकोनोमीमा बोलिङ गरे। अविनाश बोहराको पनि राम्रै रह्यो। ठिकै छ अङ्कल। हजुर
त्यो पैसा ल्याएर
अब सेकेन्ड इनिङ सुरु हुन अब केही समय मात्र बाँकी छ। नेपालले 116 रनको टार्गेट पाएको छ। सम्भवतः नेपालले चेज गर्नुपर्ने हो। यतिको स्कोरमा पनि चेज गर्न सकेन भने हाम्रो विश्व सुपर 8मा पुग्ने सम्भावना रहँदैन। अब सुरुमा ओपनिङ ब्याट्सम्यानहरू चाहिँ एकदमै टिकेर खेल्नु पर्यो। ओपनिङ ब्याट्सम्यानहरूले चाहिँ एकदमै 50 कम्तीमा पनि 50 रनको साझेदारी चाहिँ गर्नु पर्यो। र मिडल अर्डरको ब्याट्सम्यानहरू पनि आफ्नो ब्याटिङ लाइनअपलाई सुधारेर राम्रो खेलेको खण्डमा चाहिँ नेपालले जित्नलाई एकदमै राम्रो अपर्च्युनिटी रहेको छ आज। सेकेन्ड इनिङ हुन अब केही समय मात्र बाँकी छ। तपाईहरुलाई सेकेन्ड इनिङको पनि म स्कोर कमेन्ट्री लिएर आउनेछु। अर्को अन्तिम खेलमा बङ्गलादेशको अन्तिम खेलमा चाहिँ हामी रिचार्ज कार्ड सहित आउनेछौँ। कमेन्ट गर्ने सम्पूर्णलाई जसले कमेन्ट गर्नुहुन्छ लाइभमा आउनुहुन्छ उहाँहरूलाई चाहिँ हामी रिचार्ज स्क्रैच गरेर नम्बर दिनेछौँ। अब केही बेरमै सेकेन्ड इनिङको म्याच सुरु हुन्छ। आज नेपालले बोलिङ एकदमै राम्रो गर्यो। एकदमै चित्त बुझ्दो आज चाहिँ नेपालले बोलिङ सन्दीप लामिछानेको आगमनले पनि धेरै फरक पार्दो रहेछ। सन्दीप लामिछानेले आफैले विकेट नलिए पनि टिमलाई भने एकदमै सहयोग भयो। हामीले यो खेल जितेको खण्डमा पक्कै पनि बङ्गलादेशलाई पनि जित्ने क्षमता राख्दछौँ। केही बेरमा म्याच सुरु हुनेछ इन्निङ ब्रेक भएको छ अहिले ओपनिङमा आसिफ शेख र कुशल भुर्तेल आउनेछन् भने पहिलो विकेट पछि रोहित पौडेल अनिल शाह कुशल मल्ल दिपेन्द्र सिंह गैरे गुलशन झा करण केसी सोमपाल कामी सन्दीप लामिछाने र अविनाश बोहरा प्लेइङ 11 हुन् लाइक गरौँ साथीहरु सब्स्क्राइब पनि गरौँ है लाइक शेयर सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ हाम्रो च्यानलमा चाहिँ तपाईहरुले मोबाइल सम्बन्धी सम्पूर्ण जानकारीहरु पनि पाउनुहुन्छ हाम्रो च्यानल भिजिट गर्नु होला र म चाहिँ क्रिकेटको एकदम ठुलो फ्यान भएको कारणले गर्दा म क्रिकेट लाइभ पनि गर्ने कोसिस गरिरहेको छु एकदमै सानो च्यानल छ सपोर्ट गर्नु होला हाम्रो साथमा जोडिनु होला सेकेन्ड इनिङ सुरु हुने बित्तिकै लाइभ कमेन्ट्री लिएर आउँछु अब केही समयमै म्याच सुरु हुँदैछ
Cricket so that cricket moves you. Smart logistics beyond boundaries.
We could be in for a dramatic
ल
evening
म्याच
here
सुरु
at
हुन
Harvest
लागिसकेको
Vale
छ साथीहरु
in St. Vincent, South
लाइभ
Africa,
चाहिँ
Nepal.
लाइक गरौँ है
Coming to you
लाइक गरौँ
live.
शेयर गरौँ सब्स्क्राइब गरौँ है ल हामीसँगै रहनु होला हाम्रा दुई ओपनर प्लेयरहरु चाहिँ ग्राउन्डमा प्रवेश गरिसकेका छन् आसिफ शेख र कुशल भुर्तेल
The sun-kissed beaches, the beautiful food, just the tranquility and the pure vistas that you
लाइक
see.
गरौँ है लाइभलाई लाइक
Beautiful
गरौँ
islands, 32
लाइभ सँगै जोडौँ
islands, the St. Grenadines,
मेरो यो सानो कोसिस हो सँगै रहनु होला म सकेसम्म
part of the Windward Islands.
राम्रो कमेन्ट्री गर्ने कोसिस गर्नेछु
It's pure paradise.
खेलाडीहरु पहिलो प्रवेश
The night
गरिसकेका छन्
where Nepal make their mark
कुशल भुर्तेल र आसिफ
in this
शेख
tournament.
र साउथ अफ्रिकाको फिल्म
The
पनि
presence of His
मैदान
Excellency
प्रवेश
the Prime
गरिसकेको छ
Minister
आज नेपालले जितेको खेलमा
St. Vincent, Ruddy Eswick, the bowling
नेपाललाई
coach for the Nepal
अर्को
side.
म्याचको
We're going to
लागि
see Kushal
सपोर्ट मिल्नेछ
Bertel and
र
Asif
सुपर
Sheikh
8
opening the batting
मा
for
प्रवेश गर्छ भने
Nepal.
हामी
They're going to be
विश्वास गरौँ
facing some of the tallest and quickest bowlers in this tournament. And I've got a couple sitting next to me as well. Sean Pollock and Dale Steyn. Fire away, boys. Who's key for South Africa here in this bowling lineup?
Every single one of them. They're
मार्को
only going in
जन्सन
with the one first
ओपनिङ
choice spinner,
बलरको रूपमा
Shamsi.
आएका छन्
So there could be a chance that we might see Aiden Markham roll his arm over, but I think the seamers are really going to do the damage for the South Africans. Bit of pace,
अब
bit
सुरु
of bounce from Marco Janssen, something that the Nepal batters wouldn't have faced a lot of. We might see a contrasting version of bowling. 16 overs of spin, or 14 overs of spin bowled by Nepal, where South Africa will be the complete opposite, and we'll see a lot more
आसिफ शेख
seam-heavy bowling
स्ट्राइकमा छन्
than just the one frontline spinner.
नन स्ट्राइकमा कुशल भुर्तेल आजको किङ 4 विकेट लिएका छन् उनले आज एकदमै राम्रो इनिङ खेले फर्स्ट इनिङ
This is
बोलिङ
extraordinary. Phil.
ब्याटिङ
That'll
पनि
give
त्यसै गरी
you
खेल्नु
an
पर्यो
idea of what South
ब्याटिङ
Africa
पनि
are
राम्रो
going to
चलेको
dish
खण्डमा
up,
आज नेपालले
unleash
पक्कै पनि
on
जित्नेछ
Nepal. And it's coming up to 7 o'clock in the morning in Nepal. Are you watching, all of you in Kathmandu, in Kirtipur? A dramatic night here.
First ball.
Could unfold for the Warriors of Nepal because they have bowled and fielded as if their lives depended on it. And we have a contest. Nepal are chasing 116.
116 रनको टार्गेट पाएको छ नेपालले तपाईहरु लाइभ हेर्नुहुन्छ भने चाहिँ प्ले स्टोरमा स्टार स्पोर्ट्स 1 डाउनलोड गरेर हेर्न सक्नुहुनेछ र ल्यापटपबाट हेर्दै हुनुहुन्छ icc.tv मा डाइरेक्टली हेर्न सक्नुहुनेछ ल लाइभ कमेन्ट्री हामी पनि प्रोभाइड गरिरहेका छौं तेस्रो बल पनि डट एकदमै सम्हालेर खेल्न पर्ने हुन्छ ओभरको चौथो बल चार रन नेपालको खातामा नेपालको पहिलो 4 रन सँगै सुरु गरेको छ नेपालले रन नेपालको खातामा 4 रन चौथो बल 1 रन 1 रन सँगै नेपालको खातामा 5 रन भइसकेको साथीहरु 1 रन सँगै 5 रन भइसकेको छ ओभरको अन्तिम बल ओभरको अन्तिम बल ओभरको अन्तिम बलमा 1 रन सँगै ओभरको समाप्त 6 रन 6 रन आइसकेको छ नेपालको खातामा लाइभमा जोडिनु होला लाइभलाई शेयर गर्नु होला लाइक गर्नु सब्स्क्राइब गरेर गइदिनुस् गाइस तपाईहरुको सपोर्टले हाम्रो च्यानलले अलि सफलता पाउनेछ
Eswick has been the West Indies bowling coach, wonderful cricketer in his time, and here he is helping Nepal in this T20 World Cup campaign. Right, Anrik Nokia needs 3 wickets for most wickets for South Africa in this tournament. Here's Kagiso, KG, he'll slip a couple past them. Milestones, Kershal Bertel needs 4 sixes. Goodness me, they'll be handy if he hits 4 tonight. 50, Quinton de Kock needs 3 dismissals for 100 in T20Is.
ओभरको पहिलो बल डट रन पर्यो
Gets that natural shape. And it looks so easy.
कागेश्वर बडा बलिङमा
Milestones, Kershal Bertel needs 4 sixes. Goodness me, they'll be handy if he hits 4 tonight. 50, Quinton de Kock needs 3 dismissals for 100 in T20. Struggle tonight with the bat, Quinton. He really did.
ओभरको दोस्रो बल डिफेन्स गर्दैका छन्
It's a pitch where you've got to
आसिफ शेख
work hard every ball and work things out, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And what would serve South Africa well is that they've just come off probably the most difficult wickets they would have played on in a long time in Nassau and New York. So they know how to defend low totals. They've been involved in a bunch of smaller scoring games.
ओभरको चौथो बल
Oh, it's good shape again. I like this. Maybe South Africa might consider
Two, or ball or two, I should say. In this version of the game is shortened. You don't really have a lot of the time to attack, so you use one or two balls. The second slip might be an area that KG could be interested in.
चौथो बल
Well, now he's running away from it. Not
डट रन
because he's
पर्यो
scared,
पुग्यो
but he's trying to find a method here to deal with this bouncing delivery.
Yeah, also the shape from Kaiser Rivard. We haven't really seen much of that throughout the tournament. He's not a massive exponent of swing bowling, KG, but he's getting the ball to move tonight. There's a breeze that's coming over his right shoulder that's maybe assisting that movement through the air.
110 बलमा 110 बलै चाहिएको छ रन नै चाहिएको छ
Slip cord and Quinton de Kock into play.
It's gone straight up in the air.
हावामा
Kagiso
बल
says, I'll take it. I'll have it.
yes drop catch yes drop catch yes क्याच ड्रप गरेको छ साउथ अफ्रिकाले सिम्पल क्याच ड्रप गरेको छ सिम्पल क्याच
It did steeple up in the air. I think it's
simple
gone
catch
almost
drop
as high as the pylons here at the ground. And he called early. He said, my ball. He tried to set himself and was just moving at that last point. Actually, barely gets his hands on it. Goes between the hands and makes contact with the chest.
This time slashes him over. Cover point for 4.
4 रन
Injury to insult.
4 रन नेपालको खातामा 10 रन
Yeah, it's nicely played. And Rabada will be fuming. He could have had one delivery to go bowling and a new batter. Instead, the catch goes down and he offers up a little bit of width and goes away to the fence.
यस क्याच ड्रप भएको छ साथीहरु आसिफ शेखले पुनर्जन्म पाएका छन्
10 on the board. Here's Marco Jansen. Oh, beautiful shape. Great shape. Marco Jansen, not just that he's swinging it, but he's so tall. You have to work out bounce and swing.
And something that might just work against him, to be honest with you. He has the drop. As we look at KG, he called early. He said, my ball, please. And then hardly laid a hand on it. This has gone straight down. His hands have missed it. Closed too late. It's the chest. Did go a mile in the sky. At this level, you would expect those to be
एकदमै
captured.
ठुलो सेलिब्रेसन नेपाली दर्शकमा छ
Oh. Well, that off stump is very much in focus for Marco Jansen here. He's swinging the ball back extravagantly here.
Yeah, this is what Marco Jansen does really well. Just brings the ball back into the right-handers, and with his extra height, he does get that extra bit of bounce. So he might have to go a touch fuller than he's accustomed to. And with the extra bounce that this wicket has got, it might just serve against him tonight a little bit. But he's got those guys in catching positions. He's got a leg slip and a first slip. He's used those fielders really well.
The preparation for these pitches at Arnos Vale has been over a decade since we've had international cricket here. But a lot of time and money and effort has been spent on these pitches. And tonight it was a challenge for the Proteas. Well, that's a great take. Quinton de Kock.
Yeah, Bertel went early there, and I think that caused the adjustment from Marco Jansen. He's been really good. He's gone for 6 runs, but was one fortunate boundary. That's the bounce he expresses. Quinton de Kock having to climb the ladder to make sure he got a mitt on that one.
A couple of changes going on in the field here. There's arms waving everywhere. Heinrich Klaasen is at leg slip, and Aidan Markram's at mid-off. So Heinrich Klaasen he's trying to say to Aidan, we have to move someone else here.
Yeah, the idea was to bring fine leg up and put his Rabard at a short 45 and square leg back, but I think they forgot that Heinrich Klaasen was at leg slip. So you don't want two people.
Subscribe karo guys,
one
subscribe.
leg slip and one leg gully.
Over को 500 ball.
The normal strategy.
Strike में कुशल बोटेल.
Bold, he's going to find that edge soon. You feel that something's going to happen.
यो पनि डट रन
He's gone through that defense so many times of Bertel.
They like to have a leg slip for Marco Jansen because
Nepal
of the balance he extracts out of most test matches, one-day internationals. He often gets people caught down the leg side, either to the keeper or in that leg slip position. But as I say that, they decide to move him out, and they have gone back to the field where square leg is back on the fence. Rabada comes in to short 45, and there's a man at short mid-wicket who's very square. That's Heinrich Klaasen.
Credit shot. Credit shot. चौका 4 रन हानेको छ साथीहरु 4 रन सँगै नेपालको रन 15 14 रन 16 रन पुगेको
Brilliant. This is a real cricket awareness. They go to change the field, and he just banks on the fact that Jansen probably won't go full. Probably won't try and hit the stumps. He goes across early and executes brilliantly. 65 meters, in no danger there whatsoever, in full control. And Nepal got themselves to 16 without any damage.
For no wicket. That was exactly what South Africa were after 3 overs. We're going to see Opniel Bachman, who's a recent selection in this South African side.
He's fixed 4 matches, 5 wickets. He got 4 for 11 in his first.
रन बनाउँदै खेल्दाखेरि त्यहाँ एउटा ओभरमा त एउटा खराब बल त भइदिहाल्छ, त्यसकारणले गर्दा दुःख हुन्छ. बाउन्ड्री लगाउने चान्सहरु धेरै हुन्छ. दोस्रो बल लिएर बल बलिङ लागि तयार रहँदै दोस्रो बल ओभरको बल बलिङ लागि आउने क्रममा स्ट्राइकमा आसिफ सेक्सन राइट आर्म ओभर द विकेट स्लिपमा खेलाडी यो बल लेग स्टम्पमा पाएको रहेको देखिन चाहन्थे. उनको खुट्टामा लाग्न पुगेर बल त्यही रोकिन पुग्यो र यो डट लगातार 2टा डट राखेको छ. यो ओभरमा लगातार 2टा डट रहेसँगै 3.2 ओभर खेल अहिले भइसक्यो. 16 बिनाको विकेटको नोक्सानीमा टिम अहिले नेपाल रहेको छ. नेपाललाई जित्नको लागि 100 रनको आवश्यकता हो. 100 बलमै 100 बल 100 रनको आवश्यकता. 20 बलमा 16 रनको यन्त्र साझेदारी बनिसक्यो अहिले. र तेस्रो बलको यन्त्र बलिङ आक्रमणको लागि बलर बलिङको लागि तयार रहँदै तेस्रो बल लिएर आक्रमणको लागि आउने क्रममा आसिफ सेक्सन स्ट्राइकमा जो 9 मा 5 भएर ब्याटिङ गरिरहेका छन्. र तेस्रो बल ओभर द विकेट अम्पायर कस गरिदियो. बललाई लेग स्टम्पबाट बाहिर आएर ठुलो सर्ट खेल्न चाहन्थे. हामी भनिरहेका छौँ, तर हाम्रो खेलाडीहरूको सोच एउटै छ कि ठुलो सर्ट मात्र खेल्ने. स्ट्राइक रोड गर्नु त कहाँ हो कहाँ, यहाँनिर लगाउनु केमा ठुलो सर्ट खेल्न खोजिरहेका छन्. त्यही माथि स्टम्पलाई छोडेर आएर स्टम्पलाई लेग स्टम्पभन्दा बाहिर आएर खेल्न खोजिरहेछन्. अलिकतिले बाँच्न पुगे, जन बल आउटस्विङ भइदियो र यो चाहिँ मजा आएन. अलिकति स्ट्राइक रोटेट गर्नु पर्यो. चौका छक्का लागि नि मजा आउँदैन, जबकि हामीसँग स्ट्राइक रोटेट गर्न सक्ने क्षमता छैन. यो बल घुमाइएको छ, बल आमा उडेको बल स्कर लेखेर खेलाडी त्यहाँ कोही पनि नरहेकोले गर्दा बल वान बाउन्स बाउन्ड्री रेखा बाहिर जानेछ. यो राम्रो सर्ट रहेको थियो, कनेक्सन पनि राम्रो र बल डिप स्कर लेखेरमा जाँदाखेरि बाउन्ड्री रेखा बाहिर. 4 रन गएर खेलको अहिले यति बेला 20 रन भइसकेको छ भने खेलको अहिले चौथो ओभर चाहिरहेको छ. ओभरको चौथो ओभरमा यहाँनिर आसिफ शेखले डिप स्कर लेखेरमा प्रहार गरिदिएको हुन्. 4 रन गएर यो चौकासँगै 2 बल छ बाँकी. ओभर यहाँनिर 5औं बल लिएर बलर बलिङको लागि तयार रहँदै बलिङको लागि आउने क्रममा आसिफ सेक्सन स्ट्राइकमा ओभर गिरिरहेको छ. 5औं बल यो बललाई घुमाउन चाहन्थे अभिष्टमा भएको बल थियो जहाँ ठुलो सर्ट खेल्न चाहन्थे फेरि पनि एउटा चौका लगाएका थिए उनले तर अर्को पनि चौका लगाउन चाहन्थे तर यसपालि पनि ब्याटमा सम्पर्क भएन ब्याट्सम्यानलाई यहाँनिर बिट गराइयो यो ओभरमा लगातार रूपमा ठुलो सर्ट मात्र खेल्न खोजिरहेका छन् जसमा एउटा मात्र कनेक्सन भयो र चौका पाए आसिफले तर अरू बलहरू हेर्नु पर्दाखेरि अरू बलहरू डटमै सीमित छ अन्तिम बल छ बाँकी खेलको चौथो ओभर सकिन ओभर केन्द्र अन्तिम बल लिएर आक्रमणकी बलर बलिङ लागि ओभर द विकेट आउन लागि तयार छन् बलर राइट आर्म ओभर द विकेट आसिफ सेक्सन स्ट्राइकमा जो 12 भन्दा उपाएर अहिले ब्याटिङ गरिरहेको ओभरको अन्तिम बल लिएर बलिङ लागि एन्टर दौड्ने क्रममा स्लिपमा खेलाडी अम्पायर गज गरिदियो बल रहेको छ गुडलेनको जसलाई खेल्न चाहन्थे ब्याकआउट पोइन्ट एरियामा फिल्डर त्यहाँ छन् र यो डट खेलको अहिले 4 ओभर सकिसकेर 4 ओभर र 20 रन रहेको छ अहिले नेपाली टोलीको बिना कुनै विकेटको नोक्सानीबाट खेलको 4 ओभर सकिँदै मात्र अब 2 ओभर छ बाँकी पावर प्लेको ओभर सकिन
चार ओभरको अन्त्यसँगै नेपालको 20 रन खातामा आइसकेको छ भने कुनै पनि विकेट गुमाएको छैन कुशर भुटेल 11 रन बनाउँदै खेलिरहेका छन् भने आसिफ शेख 9 रन बनाएर खेलिरहेका छन्
but they've been reduced to 115 for 7 and Nepal have made a great start. They're chasing 116. Could be a big party night tonight. Oh, it's party time. They're primed. They're dressed for the occasion. Could be Nepal's night.
ओभरको पहिलो बलमै चौका आएको छ साथीहरु
Have a look at this field here. He's got a first slip, Reza Hendricks, and then he's got a gully.
बल डटन पुग्यो स्ट्राइकमा
Looks like
भुटेल
a backward point and a point. You've got 4 fielders and a third, 5 behind square offside. Class, he's in that gully position. Slightly surprised, and that's because he's been swinging it into the right-hander. Now that field would suggest it's going to maybe change his trajectory.
Just the extra bounce that Marco Jansen gets, you would think that if the Nepalese batters decide to have a hoik or go at it, the ball might go
Jansen
that
to
area.
Jansen
Very difficult to hit Marco Jansen with his bounce over square leg, so I think it's important that he keeps square leg up and fine leg back.
And he followed it.
एक रन आएको छ चौथो बलमा सब्स्क्राइब गरौ गाइज सब्स्क्राइब शेयर पनि गरौ लाइभलाई लाइक पनि गरौ
Nepal have never beaten a full member nation in international cricket. They did beat Afghanistan in 2014, but at that time Afghanistan didn't have test status. So could they be here on the brink of an historic night in this World Cup?
ओभरको पाँचौं बल
Win percentage in the World Cup for Nepal. Asif Sheikh on
पाँचौं
strike.
बलहरु
Flicks
पाँचौं
it round leg
बल
side and he'll get one.
खाली ठाउँमा ड्रप हुन पुग्यो र 1 रन योसँगै नेपालको रन 26 रन पिसेको छ
For the South Africans, Sean, they got so much bowling.
They have. I mean, they haven't introduced Nokia as yet, and then he'll have a big impact. You would think Shamsi, from what we saw from the Nepal bowlers, that they will definitely get some assistance and purchase. They've got the option of Aiden Markram to bowl some off spin. But they would love an early wicket just to try and settle things down.
No run there, not through that cauldron.
Yes, open
5
dot ball.
overs gone, Nepal, 26 for no wicket.
50 रनको पार्टनरशिप बन्नु पर्यो सुरुको ओपनिङमा आसिफ शेख 10 रन बनाएर खेलिरहेका छन् भने कुशल भुरतेल 11 रन 90 बलमा 90 रन चाहिएको छ नेपाललाई 90 बलमा 90 रन चाहिएको छ साउथ अफ्रिकाको रन यतिखेर एक विकेट गुमाउँदै 31 रन थियो नेपालको भने 26 छ तर नेपालले कुनै पनि विकेट गुमाएको चाहिँ छैन one bounce
One short ball for the over.
It's a good start. It's a good reply
But
from
man,
Nepal. Don't forget that, yes, there was an opportunity for South Africa to pick up a wicket. Kagiso Rawada calling it for the catch and not even laying a hand close to the ball.
यो 4 रनको लागि आसिफ शेखको ब्याटबाट 4 रन भएको छ
Wonderful shot here. Bodman just straying a little bit in his line, going a bit straight here. Getting rid of his back.
4 रनसँगै नेपालको खातामा 30 रन तीस रन नेपालको खातामा 30 रन आइसकेको छ यो ओभरमा 5 रन आइसकेको छ नेपालको अन्तिम बल बाँकी रन पावर प्लेको समाप्तिमा नेपालको 32 रन आएको छ
performance was Nepal's efforts during the power play, a very solid one too.
Yeah, I mentioned about the spinners, and I remember Kashyap Maharaj is not in the 11. So it's important that whenever you pick up a side, then you got to find the bowlers to do the job that they've been asked for.
I like this change of field by South Africa. They've got basically a backstop. Marco Jansen, this is a look at the batting so far in the power play. Nepal were 32 without loss after that first 6, and this is the one opportunity South Africa needed. Drop catch by KG, the very next ball slashed over extra cover for 4, and that was a great shot by Bertel, using the pace of extra bounce of Marco Jansen. It's a fantastic opening partnership right now, and every run that they score, they put South Africa under pressure. Now there's an interesting field placement that we've got. We've got Marco Jansen essentially as a backstop. He'd be in a catching position, I would say. And one of the things that works in the bowler's favour, having this particular field against a team like Nepal, is because they're not familiar with the pace. They might be thinking, what is coming? What is Anrich Nortje going to do? Is it the short ball? Is it a length ball? Is it a Yorker? What is he going to do to utilise Marco Jansen at backup?
चौथो बल डट हुन पुग्यो
Just
नेपाललाई
actually
कुनै हतार छैन
foxing the batter
टार्गेट
and
एकदमै
bluffing
कम
him with a
छ
slower ball.
स्ट्राइक रोटेट गर्दै
Not even having a mid
आफ्नो
on right
स्कोरलाई
now. Mid on is almost in a
बिस्तारै बढाउँदै
half
लाँदाखेरि
mid
पनि
on,
खासै फरक
half mid
पर्दैन
wicket kind of position. And this starts to play a little bit with the batter's mind. This is Anrich Nortje, the most wickets for South Africa so far in this World Cup with 8. Players like Faruqi has been fantastic for Afghanistan with 12.
Internationals into the attack. Tabriz Shamsi, it's his first game of the tournament. 78 wickets he's taken in total.
Yeah, Murgaz, they're going to introduce Shamsi, but
between overs, and a reminder that if they do that on 3 occasions on that
thought he could just thread it through. He gets the inside, drags it onto his own stump, so maybe he'll class himself as unlucky. But we were saying it's going to be a big moment with the introduction of
Towards long
एक
on.
रन
Janssen, the fielder.
After the fall of that
9.4
second
over
wicket,
में
the runs have dried up. Not been managed to pick up a boundary there, and also not really looking to strike.
Asking rate to start. It's now gone up to 6.79, and it is about rotating the strike. They're 47 for 2. South Africa were 56 for 1 at this point.
good
Just the single, the end of the over. 10 overs have gone. That'll be drinks. Nepal 48 for 2.
लाइक करो साथीहरु सब्स्क्राइब गर्नु गाइस ड्रिंक्स ब्रेक भइरहेको छ खेलको आधा आधिसकेको छ उनका रोटेसन अप्ती
Well, a huge game unfolding here for Nepal, with South Africa stuttering their way to 115 for 7. All 7 wickets gone to spin, and for Nepal, well, they got off to a bright start using the pace of the South African quicks. The introduction of Tabraiz Shamsi is what brought those 2 wickets. Nepal, remember, have never beaten a test nation in any form of cricket. They're looking to keep alive their Super 8 hopes. Right, let's take you to a magic moment. South Africa haven't had a difficult time with the bat today. Go back to 2014, they were given a scare by the Netherlands. Nepal, remember, have never beaten a test nation in any form of cricket. They're looking to keep alive their Super 8 hopes. Right, let's take you to a magic moment. South Africa haven't had a difficult time with the bat today. Go back to 2014, they were given a scare by the Netherlands.
There's a little nick there. Yes, there was. Oh, was World 2020.
Halved away, is it for 4? Now they'll have another look at that. Did it hit the sponge?
Yeah, I don't think I made contact with the sponge, but I think when Shamsi did the second parry back into the ground, I think his one hand might have been touching the boundary cushion. He's fine there initially, but it's the next one when he's his hand is touching, and then he just tries to scoop it back in. And I think that's 4. His hand is basically over the line to where the initial line was. But we'll have to wait and see what the third umpire thinks.
It's a poor.
Bated breath, but it is the boundary for them.
It's a poor, yes.
Chasing
But 4
runs,
runs
they need more,
4
6.5 and over. Going back to that match, we saw Dale saying you were one of those wickets that Hassan Malik took 5 for 19 that game against the Netherlands.
Yeah, they gave us the skin. Honestly, I feel like that's the game that started South Africa's rivalry with the Netherlands. We just got over the line with that game, winning by 6 runs. I actually dropped the catch when they were 9 down at Cow Corner, and I thought we had lost it, and I think Baron Hendricks picked up the wicket to win us the game.
Looking to try and loft it up and over. Yeah, Netherlands just falling short on that occasion. 139 all out, they finished.
Just a 1 dot.
I feel it would be a similar situation with Nepal tonight. I felt that night, Netherlands, they hadn't won a lot of cricket games before, and when it came down to the crunch, could they get over the line? They fell just short, and Nepal sitting in a similar situation tonight with a game where they can win. Can they get last few runs against the South African bowling lineup?
Lofted, safe.
It's a
Nobody
poor,
out there.
yes.
Perfect
It's a
placement.
4 runs. Anil Saha.
Nortje go
Good
for boundaries
batting.
in this tournament.
4 run.
South
ICC
plays
Anil Saha got
brilliantly.
bro.
And the field that's set would tend to suggest he's not going to
Yes,
try and bowl
yes,
any
guys,
full
subscribe
deliveries.
Guru.
But
Like
mid-wicket
Guru,
there is
guys, like
the only
Guru.
man
Poco
who's in
Jodi
front of square on
match.
the leg side. There's no mid-on or long-on in position. So if he does get too full, too straight, he can just be helped on his way. And you can see the frustration, the disappointment at the length of the delivery and the fact that it was put away.
Dot ball.
Pendra Singh, Irie. Three for 21 for Nepal. Was Birtle with his 4 for 19 as well, but he's been such a performer for Nepal, one of their most experienced players.
एक रन सँगै 58 रन नेपालको. अब ओभर अन्तिम बल.
12 times Nepal come up against full member nations in international cricket. This is the 12th yet to win. And they are chasing a spot in Group 1 of the Super 8s. These are the batters to come. But what can Asif and Saar do? They've got the support of the crowd behind them here, you feel, in St Vincent and the Grenadines. Wide signalled. Dug in too short. It's 11 runs off this over from Nortje. South Africa are not accustomed to this when he is bowling.
Yeah, just the start they wanted after the drinks break. First ball going for a boundary, followed by a wide, and then another boundary. So this is what Nepal need, and they're starting to believe. You just get the feeling the crowd is behind them. It's starting to be a little bit more field changes for the South Africans. It means that they're recognizing they've got a little less runs to play with right now. They've got to be slightly more cautious.
Single to end a really productive over from Nepal's point of view. 12 more for their total in the chase, 60 for 2. Partnership 25 from 24 balls. Yeah, that over's rather spoiled the figures of Anrich Nortje. This is how Group D looks. Could yet be wide open. The chase here is for second place. South Africa are already through. But Bangladesh and Netherlands, well, it felt as if yesterday's match between those two was a crunch one in terms of who would go through alongside South Africa, but Nepal get the points here. It is wide open. To make some room. So 6 teams are already through, we know that. And it's a spot in Group 1. India, Australia and Afghanistan would be the opponents. Imagine if it is Nepal to get through. Bangladesh and Netherlands still have a say. Up and over, is there plenty on this?
Yes.
The diving attempt comes to nothing. Valuable runs again for Nepal. And Rabada, not much you could do about that.
Yeah, this is a wonderful strike from South. They've got KG Rabada positioned quite wide at long off. He's almost like a wideish long off, heading towards the extra cover. He does get his hands to it, but unfortunately can't grab hold of it again. What a quality strike that was.
Nothing on it. What do they think there is? Markham thinking about it. Should Shamsi have been brought into the attack earlier, given the impact that he has had when the pace was on, and Nepal batters were using the pace to good effect. Oh! First of all, let's just see this chance from Rabada. I mean, he covered the ground, Dale Steyn.
Yeah, you almost feel like he's slowed down over there just to give himself an ability to launch for the catch. And it's one of those catches that if you do take them, they are absolutely wonderful. Real TV catch. Shamsi throwing that one up, and potential chance for 2. I think they'll get that very easily.
So Group 2 as well, England and Scotland, the 2 teams yet to be decided, but the big shock, the shock off the tournament, the qualification of the USA. A boundary save by Norkia. 12 overs gone then, 69 for 2. Now, South Africa weren't convinced there was anything on this. They didn't go for a review. Well, a sound. Even those who are retired still need a little bit of assistance.
Some stress in the coach's shoulders over there, just getting the physio to work it out a little bit. Nepal in a situation where they can win their first real big game, and there was a little edge over here that could have helped South Africa get over the line. Quinny de Kock didn't hear anything. Aiden Markham certainly thought that there was a little sound. And often you just feel like the captain can go with his gut feel. Looked at his wicketkeeper. His wicketkeeper said, "No, thank you." I didn't hear anything.
Hit hard. Could it be saved? No! Should have been saved. South Africa leaking some runs now.
We saw one earlier from Nepal. A little bit of a snake in the field out there. You would think South Africa being a good fielding team. These are the kind of things that you've got covered. KG Rabada coming in. Good shot. Pull. Nothing to it. Tristan Stubbs. Overrun it. Vital run South Africa can't afford to let slip through. But Nepal, they'll be counting every single one of these down.
And they've got that rate back to under 5.5 and over.
What a good match.
Well, I asked the question a bit earlier to Polly and Atta about the body language of the South Africans. It wasn't that I was being critical of them. It was just that I noticed when they came out into the field, there were lots of smiles. They were very positive. I'll tell you what, there's not many smiles out there now.
high. Has he got the distance on it though? It's a long chase back. It's just the one. One long chase back for the captain.
South Africa will feel these little chances not going their way, but you create your own luck. And we spoke about the body language of them, maybe feeling like they're already through, that they're playing in a little half effort tonight, but that's not the case. You always should be giving your best.
Well, the Nepal fans are up and about after their match against the Netherlands. Shots emerged of fan parks back home in Nepal, and it was like a music festival, like Glastonbury, fans stretching back as far as you could see into the distance. It's early morning in Nepal, and they're dancing into the night here in St Vincent and the Grenadines. Oh,
Yes,
huge!
he had six.
Out of the park! It's one for the airport. Nepal are charging. The Rhinos becoming rampant.
That is a huge hit. We haven't seen a lot of sixes tonight, but that is out of the middle of the bat and out of the park. What a shot. KG Rabada coming back for his second over. And Nepal have said, we'll have a bit of you, KG Rabada. Thank you very much.
Asif Sheikh, 22 years old and wanting to be the hero for Nepal in creating some history at this T20 World Cup. And those who follow this team closely have been saying for a while they've got it in them to beat a test nation. And tonight they've been showing exactly why. Like a rocket.
Yeah, and really dominating, winning the toss, saying we'll have a bowl, thank you very much. Kind of the idea that I thought Nepal would go in for, bowl South Africa out for under 120, give themselves a chance. And that's exactly what they're doing right now. They're into third street. 36 to win.
Yeah, and they can relax, got the big hits. Take the single, 13 off the over, 82 for 2.
Let's put what's happening this evening into context here, because if Nepal win, what that does, it sets up an absolute blockbuster on Sunday, with Nepal and Bangladesh going head-to-head with the winners going into the Super 8.
Yep, Nepal and Bangladesh play each other. Netherlands face Sri Lanka. That's how this group winds up. We've got Aiden Markram bowling himself, so some more spin. Just wonder whether they could have bowled more spin earlier. But also, how easy will he be to hit? Now that these batters are settled, the partnership is 48 off 37, Dale.
Oh, it's a walk in the park, really. I mean, I feel like they're, in this over, they might look to take on Aiden Markram. The ball seems to be playing a little bit better. The pitch seems to be playing a little bit better the second innings. And they're 2 hits away from really just taking this game and walking away with it right now from South Africa.
Just wonder if South Africa have missed a trick here. We saw how much the ball turned in that first innings. Maybe they were fixated by thinking, well, if we expose them to big pace, Nepal might not be used to that. But maybe the way to go was maybe give Markram a bowl earlier.
I tend to agree with you, Brian, but the sense of Nepal not being used to express pace, that South Africa might have just been able to blast out that top order. Well, in fact, they used the pace well. 50 partnership up between these two now, well established, looking for that finish line. Big, it's high though, it's not long. And getting underneath it, Janssen takes a good tumbling catch. So So Markram's spin again does get a wicket. It breaks up this stand. Is there still a stutter here for Nepal?
Yeah, just like we were talking about. Spin for the win. South Africa bringing on Aiden Markram, bringing on himself. South Africa desperate for a wicket. In the great hands of Marco Jansen, taking a good catch. We've seen a couple catches go down tonight from that dark sky. And that is the end of Anil Shah for 27. Nepal are now 85 for 3.
Well, Dipendra Singh Airi is known as a big hitter. He can be a finisher. He started with the ball earlier, 3 for 21. Nepal need just 31 runs to win here. And then this team of players will go down in legend in Nepal cricketing history.
I just wonder whether this was the right approach. I know the modern way is to get after the bowlers, attack, 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 but less than a run a ball needed. A little bit of conservatism might have been the way to go. Well, in the end, the wicket for Markram, 86 for 3.
Oh, Monty Desai, the coach, looking a bit nervous in the dugout, probably because of this. Seen a number of catches dropped in the deep tonight. First time these floodlights are being used. They are nice and bright, but it's an adjustment for players who've been playing morning games. South Africa, all their day games in New York. Well, fabulous partnership for that third wicket. Broken now with the wicket of Anil Shah. They put on 50 of 40 balls, he and Asif. This would keep alive their hopes in the Super 8s.
36 बलमा
Get them
30
an
रन.
historic win over a test-playing nation for the very first time. Five and over. They don't need to panic. Just keep cool heads in the chase.
Yeah, and that wicket may have just opened a door for South Africa. Yeah, runs have been difficult, boundaries have been difficult. We were talking about that previous over. You feel if Nepal had just batted normally for the next 2 overs, they could have scored 5 or 6, put South Africa deeper under pressure. Then South Africa have to make a play. They've got a wicket now, and Bartman is running in. Runs continue to flow.
Shamsi's only got 1 over left. He's picked up 2 wickets. He was the one who first of all put the brakes on South Africa. When do you bowl him for his final over?
Yeah, South Africa will have to play that card soon, I feel. They're running out of runs to play with right now. With the fall of the previous wicket, they might have just bought themselves 2 overs here of seam just to get themselves back into the game.
Oh, he's nailed the gap. It's a good bit of work on the boundary. Tristan Stubbs going full stretch. Good teamwork as well there with Marco Jansen to get the ball back into the centre.
Yeah, great fielding this by Tristan Stubbs, making up for the error he made a couple overs ago. A little knuckleball this by Bartman. Just going to have a look at if this is a boundary, but I feel like he stopped it well inside the boundary rope. Marco Jansen backing him up there. This is exactly what South Africa need. Not a lot of runs to play with. Every run counts. 27 needed for Nepal now.
27 रन 33 बलमा चाहिएको छ नेपाललाई.
Quick single taken. Good from Nepal. 26 more needed. Well, Bertel opened the batting, but it was his bowling which really stole the show earlier. 4 for 19. And there were big scalps he took as well, including the big wicket of Heinrich Klaasen, who has been South Africa's 6-hitting machine in this World Cup.
Well, we just saw that package of Bertel's bowling, and one of the most exciting things from my perspective was that he was given the last over. That was a big call by Rohit Paudel, but it proved to be the correct one. A couple of wickets went down, and South Africa just couldn't get any momentum at the back end of their innings.
Yeah, I loved how he tossed the ball up too. He wasn't scared to give it air. First ball went for 6, but after that, picking up a couple wickets.
5 overs to go. Nepal needing 25 for a piece of history. 91 for 3.
That is the equation for Nepal. 25 from 30 required. Here's Aiden Markram, the South African captain. Did he bring himself on too late tonight? What drama we have already had here in St. Vincent at the Arnosvale cricket ground. This is how the phases have gone for Nepal. It's been tight. He's made some room. He looks to play that sweep, finds David Miller. Every ball, everyone is staring at this little white ball in this stadium.
Yeah, they're in the pound seats. 92 for 3. South Africa were 82 for 3. Just a case of knocking around 5 and over. They just need singles. They don't need to panic, and I'm sure a boundary or two will come at the back end. But I suppose the fact that they haven't had much experience of getting over the line in big encounters might just work against them. And that's what South Africa will be hoping, that they'll panic, they can pick up a few wickets and really try and strangle at the back end.
22 years of age, Asif Sheikh, and 24, that's all Dipendra Singh Parry is. 2 young batters. Works it round leg side.
Well, the one thing you have to say is Nepal are well prepared for this tournament. You know, they left Nepal in the first week of May after a series against West Indies A. They went to Florida, then they came here to St. Vincent to practice.
Just be careful. Every fielder is staring at this ball because there's, I'm not saying there's panic, but there's every run is like a bar of gold out there.
This is brilliant from David Miller. Launches himself to get a hand, and he returns it as quickly as possible. If it had gone to Quinton de Kock, it might have been in business.
Finds the gap. It'll be 1. It's another run towards the total. 95 for 3, 4 overs to go. Roddy Estwick, who's very much in the Nepal camp. He's helping them with their bowling, with their thinking. Nepal need 21 from 24. Nepal, their supporters have travelled thousands of miles to watch their heroes. Well, their heroes could be the kings of Kathmandu if they pull this off tonight. We saw them support for Nepal in Dallas in the first match they played. It was phenomenal. Here's Marco Jansen. We're going to get one quick run.
And I'm guessing the next over, Sean, we're going to see Tabriz Shamsi back in. That'll be the 18th. And he'll need to bowl from this end, the commentary box end of this Arnos Vale, because that will mean the right-handers will be hitting into the wind when they're hitting leg side.
Yeah, he's got one left, and I believe after the way he's bowled 2 for 17 that he has to be reintroduced to have a big over, try and pick up a wicket, try and make sure that there's no runs accumulated. I think his over will be vitally important in this encounter.
I think he might have got something on that. That pad.
I think it's just the leading edge. It's popped up into no man's land, landed safely. Another run. Every run has been applauded by the dugout.
Well, this is just an extraordinary chase. Don't forget that Bangladesh against South Africa held their nerve in that tight chase. This is very tight. 19 from 22 required. Squirts one out to deep point for one. They don't mind getting these in singles, but a couple of boundaries would certainly light up that dugout.
This is the way they need to go about it. Nothing extravagant. There's no need to do anything silly. There are gaps in the field, of course. Unless the opportunity presents itself, just push it round, rotate the strike.
Short. He's tall and he gets that little extra bounce. Does Marco Jansen. He's got good numbers tonight. Jansen hasn't got a wicket yet, though. 14 dot balls. He's only gone for 16.
Yeah, I think the difficulty both from a playing perspective and a mental perspective is if you lose wickets and the new batter has to come in, it's going to be much more difficult for that person to get going. We've seen how it's been a bit of a challenging pitch with regards to the ball holding up. So these two, they've been at the crease for 18 deliveries now.
Looks for the Yorker.
Well bowled. It's a brave delivery because it's kind of been the back of the length where South Africa have hovered around. Deciding to venture up nice and full and executing perfectly.
Well, they haven't been still all night. My word, they've been partying all night. And what will it be when, if this is a heist in St. Vincent by Nepal over this superb South African side? It's a full toss and it's gone past the bat. 17 overs gone, 98 for 3. Tabriz Shamsi, as Sean Pollock was saying, has to bowl this over. Shamsi 2 for 17 in 3. $18 required from 18 in the match in New York against Bangladesh. South Africa defended 20 in the last 3 overs. Here 18 are required by Nepal.
What will Nepal's strategy be? Will they decide to try and take a risk against Shamsi? Will they look to go airborne, or are they just going to knock it around in his last over and make sure they see him off? Will they see him as a danger man?
Asif Sheikh, 22 years of age here, 41 from 46. One enormous 6 and 4 boundaries. He's worked so hard for this, for his country. He's come down the pitch, he's oozing confidence. He wants to steer Nepal home here.
Well, I think it's important for him to realize the fact that if he stays on and stays on till the very end, it's Nepal's games to lose. It will be so very crucial if he stays on, because not too many runs to score, and as you rightly pointed out, 42 or 47 is well set, but he needs to stay there.
Pitched outside leg stump. Quinton de Kock wants it. The umpire says you can have it. He's given the catch behind. And it's been reviewed straight away. by Dipendra Singh Irie.
TV umpire director, we have a player review. On-field decisions out. Check the ball speed, be a little bit on. Ball coming down. All right, plus it's close to the glove there by the looks. I'm going to need ultra edge, please. Thank you. Ultra edge coming up. Through, roll it through. Flat line. And for instance there, thank you. I've got ball up. Clear spike. Go back to the on-field. Thanks. Joel, you can stay with your screen signal now.
Yeah, Joel Wilson was convinced it brushed that glove. Dipendra Singh Irie didn't want that decision to go their way, but it's gone. He's gone for 6. It's 99 for 4. And in comes now the left-handed 20-year-old Kushal Mullah, who's not played first class, but in all the other formats he's got a century. That 137 not out in 50 balls against Mongolia last year. And his 100 was in 34 balls. 34 balls, that century. But now, can he join Asif Sheikh to steer Nepal home here and make it their night in St. Vincent? Tabraiz Shamsi, when he came on, he changed things with a dramatic first over, picking up 2 wickets in his first. He's got 3 balls to complete his 4th. That brings up the 100 for Nepal. Psychologically, it'll do them a power of good.
Trying to play a shot down the leg side, trying to play that sweep. Just get the bottom part of the gloves. Yes, he knew it. It's an important wicket and also an important over. He needs to finish up nicely here now. 16 from 14.
16 from 14. Asif Sheikh on strike.
Yo!
Kushal Mullah has come herring down from the non-striker's end.
There's 1 ball to go and he's lost 2 overs, and Markram has got some options. Will it be Rabada? Will it be Bartman? Will it be Nokia? Could even be Aidan Markram himself.
Oh, he's bowled him. Tabraiz Shamsi has weaved a spell of magic tonight against Nepal. That's his 4th.
Yeah, he has indeed, Wilco. He got 2 wickets in his first over, and now in his last over he's picked up another 2. Picked up the wickets of people who are set and had put on a bit of a partnership, and that's a great delivery. As it pitches, it rips in, goes between bat and pad, clatters into Asif's stumps, and he's off for his celebration, and so he should be. His performance tonight for South Africa has been fantastic. 4 overs, 4 for 19. Let's see if he goes for 42. It's 100 for 5.
Tabraiz Shamsi, 4 overs, 12 dot balls, 4 for 19. 16 required from 12 balls. New batter is Gulshan Jar. Strike rate is healthy, 136. He's got 150 in there. It's the first time that 12 wickets have gone to spin. All 12 have gone to spin in a T20 international in a match played in the West Indies. Aidan Markram, does he feel that the tide has turned South Africa's way?
And also the option, he's decided to go to Nortje. I suppose you could have gone to the option of Markram, two left-handers at the crease, but Nortje it is, so it's pace on. And that's a brilliant start. The South Africans are up for it in the field. They know every run is going to be vital. What a great delivery this from Shamsi. Bit of turn, just clips the top of the off-stump bail, and he's off, and so he should be.
I also thought that perhaps it was going to be Aidan Markram was going to bring himself on in the attack because of the two left-handers and the two new batters in the crease.
Nortje strikes, and the wickets are tumbling here.
Yeah, the South Africans in the crowd, they're elated, and it's a brilliant start to the over. 16 to defend off the 2 overs, and in the first two deliveries, Nepal unable to get anything away. Nortje goes for length. He might have thought Yorkers, but he didn't. He went for length, crashes into the top of middle stump, knocks the plastic off the top of it. You can see how happy they are. They've now got belief that South Africa could hold their nerve and win this encounter against Nepal. Muller goes for 100 for 6.
Sompal Kami is the new batter, 28 years of age. He's played some franchise cricket in the Canadian GT20. His highest score is 40 in T20Is.
But it's going to be a delay, Wilco, because that stump was broken, and this was the delivery that did the damage. Have a look at that plastic bit at the top of the stumps. That goes flying as well as the bails, and that was a hard length by Nortje, 144 kilometers per hour. And the decision to turn to him has worked for the captain Markram. South Africa now have 16 to defend of 10 deliveries.
But before that, that middle stump needs repairing. You could just feel when Nortje was bowling a little early, he was getting frustrated. He wasn't getting the ball to do, he wasn't getting things going his way. 115 for 7 was the South African score. Reza Hendricks with 43. Tristan Stubbs, quick fire, 27 not out. And in reply, at one stage, Nepal were 100 for 4. They've just lost 2 wickets. It's 100 for 6. And the ICC Men's T20 World Cup continues tomorrow. We're hoping for good weather, better weather. It's been appalling down there in Florida. India against Canada. Today, of course, the United States, Ireland, that match was washed out. So it's India-Canada tomorrow in Lauderhill. Local time, it's a 10:30 start.
Yeah, the last 6 deliveries, South Africa has managed to pick up 3 wickets, giving away only a single run.
They've held their nerve. Here's Nortje. Klaassen, Heinrich Klaassen, such these big names. Really, this has been for Nepal. They've been climbing their Everest of cricket.
It's been an exciting World Cup from the perspective of there's been low scores that have been defended. 119 India versus Pakistan. 113, South Africa versus Bangladesh, and could it be 115 here tonight?
Oh gosh. You know, there are 8 peaks, mountain peaks, over 8,000 feet in Nepal, and in terms of cricket, this would have been, and still is, Nepal cricket's highest. They're still on the mountain. Can they make the final summit? Oh my word! That is enormous!
Yes.
A magnificent strike from Sompal Kami.
Yeah, this is quality. This is a massive hit. I think that's over 100 meters. It's interesting. Nortje decided to go for a change-up. He had bowled 4 deliveries in the over, 141, 144, 145, 142. Then he goes for the back of the hand, 114. And Kami absolutely middles it in position. 105 meters. That could be the biggest that we've almost seen in the tournament. That was absolutely middled.
Is that the moment? Is that the game-changing moment? That is a big shot. That is a humongous shot.
Oh my word. The noise it made off the bat. It was out of this world. 10 from 7 required for Nepal. Nobody's moving in Kathmandu and Kirtipur. They're watching this. Sompal swings the bat again. He wants to. He's going back for the second. It's gone to the wrong end, you felt. Sompal's so quick. 19 gone, 1 over to go, 8 required from Nepal. Eight runs required, Atar Ali Khan.
7 for super over. They're having some great time. Full credit to Nepal. Good running, really good running. Coming back for the second, taking on the fielder. They can feel it. They're on the edge of creating some history here.
Well, this could be the party of all parties tonight. Nepal, they've had some magnificent days and evenings, nights in their history. They've never beaten a full member nation before. They're playing the mighty South Africans, who are already qualified.
Yeah, it's swinging back and forth here, isn't it, Wilco? I mean, they needed 16 of 10 deliveries, and at that stage you felt that South Africa were in charge. Then all of a sudden, one disappears. They pick up 2 runs off the next delivery, 8 from 2, and now they need 8 from 6.
Bartman, last over. And Gulshan Jar cannot make contact. 8 from 5.
He needs to get a single. He needs to get Sompal on strike. He's been there for 4 deliveries and hit that massive 6. In South Africa, they'll be trying to get in as close as possible to make sure there's no easy singles and that the right-hander does not get on strike.
Well, Bartman is a relative newcomer to the South African Proteas. There's pressure on him to deliver here as well. Gulshan cannot afford to miss here. It's gone wide. Is it wide? Umpire, all eyes on the umpire. Joel Wilson keeps those arms behind his back.
It's 8 from 4. The first 2 deliveries have been dots. If you look at the field on the offside, 3 fielders are inside the circle. So he's probably searching to play a big shot. Yep, fair enough. Inside that blue line, so it's a fair delivery.
Sompal Kami just went down and had a word with Gulshan Jar. He's only 18 years of age. Cracks it, over it.
Yes.
It's 4. Gulshan Jar gets 4 for Nepal.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's a fantastic strike. He's missed the last 2, but he's absolutely middled that one. He's got it in front of square on the offside. He just needs 1 more of these smacks and it's over the line for Nepal. A historic moment could be unfolding right before our eyes.
Now that's the shot that I was exactly talking about, taking on the fielders on the offside. It was just a touch fuller and wider. And I hit that over the top of the cover fielder for a boundary. Great shot.
Make no mistake, Aidan Markram said at the toss, we've already qualified for the second round for the Super 8s, but we want to win this match. We respect our opponents. 4 from 3. Crack again. Is it going for 4? No, it's not. Reza Hendricks saves the boundary. 2 from 2 required for the most magnificent night in Nepal's cricket history.
The nerves, they're jangling, they can't bear to be seated in the Nepal dugout. The fans, they can't be seated either. There's a new belief, 16 from 10. They probably thought they were done and dusted. One massive hit out of the ground, they were back in the picture, and now just 2 runs away from history.
You're looking at an 18-year-old here. His heart rate, I dread to think what his heart rate might be. Nepal, 2 from 2. Gulshan Jha on strike. Oh, it's well delivered. Oh, goodness me. Otniel Bartman, he can afford a smile. It's a nervous smile. We're down to the last ball. 2 wins it. 1 super over.
Any of those two is very much a possibility here.
Yeah, lots of discussion here between Otniel Bartman and Markram. What is the length he's going to bowl? The one that's been effective is the back of length, the short pitch delivery. Quinton de Kock is communicating, saying, come on, get to the stumps, everyone. They got to get 1 for a super over. Can they get 2 for a victory? It's all on the line.
2 required. Oh, he can't. Now then. Is he short of his ground? I think he is. Quinton de Kock has given it out himself. Joel Wilson says, we need to see this. Chris Brown is the TV umpire.
He throws it, it ricochets off the back. Klaasen gets it onto the stumps. Now we wait for the decision.
Bowlers in, best side angle, please. You're coming up now. Short of the ground. You're short of the ground. Yeah, roll. Please stop. Is it when it first lights up? Thank you. Batter is short. Freeze it there. Ready to make my decision for the big screen.
Heinrich Klaasen with a piece of magic, a backhand flick, has made the run out. Nepal were so close to the summit. They could see the summit. They couldn't quite get there. South Africa have held their nerve. They have won. They've beaten mighty Nepal by just 1 run. But my word, this night belongs to Nepal.
Yeah, it was a fascinating end to an exciting encounter. You do wonder, South Africa might have appealed the fact of obstructive running if they didn't manage to get the ball, but Klaasen held his nerve. The rebound came off the back of Gulshan. He got the ball in his hand, backhanded it onto the stumps, and you can see the emotion. They were on the verge of history. They were on the verge of beating South Africa. Unfortunately, just maybe a foot or 2 short of victory.
Yeah, so close yet so far. They made a great effort to get close to pull up their biggest win of their lives.
An evening that will linger long in the memories of all of us here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Nepal fans are upset. They are emotionally attached to this gallant Nepal side. It's the youngest squad in the tournament. Only one player over the age of 30. They're all in their 20s. There was an 18-year-old and a 20-year-old at the end, and this is the final moment, the final ball.
Yeah, that's why I think they might have sent it up, was obstructive running. Gulshan just running straight down the wicket. Quinton de Kock was determined to throw it to the other end. It ricocheted off his back. Klaasen got hold of it, backhands it onto the stumps, and then it goes upstairs. The suspense was continued, but eventually, just short, no super over, South Africa hold their nerve and get over the line.
How lucky was South Africans on that particular delivery, and how unlucky were the Nepali batters there, because it ricocheted off his back and went straight to Klaasen, who was right next to the stumps. Unbelievable stuff.
Yeah, but Klaasen did well there to get near the stumps. He knew, he read it. This has been a night, in my book, that has belonged to those gallant knights of Kathmandu. They could have been kings of Kathmandu, but they have brought fans in from thousands and thousands of miles, and they couldn't quite reach that summit. They were there, they could see it, but they now know what it feels like to mix it with the big boys.
There you go. It hits the back of the batter, and it straight went to Klaasen. That ball could have gone anywhere. Unbelievable. A night to remember, or a night to forget.
Well, take a breath, everyone. Tabraiz Shamsi has been the hero, really, for South Africa with those 4 wickets. Asif Sheikh holding Nepal together with that 42. Anil Shah with the 27. Oh, it was dramatic. It was on a knife edge throughout this chase.
Yeah, on a night where 14 of the wickets fell, 13 of them went to the spinners. Just Nortje picking up the 1 wicket as a seamer. But the star performer, no doubt, was Shamsi. Introduced into the match lineup today. 4 for 19 at a very, very important time. Meant that South Africa were just able to get home.
Nepal have earned the respect of the world of cricket. South Africa 115 for 7. They laboured to those runs. Reza Hendricks 43. Tristan Stubbs injected much needed momentum with that 27 not out. Birtle 4 for 19. Dipendra Singh Airy 3 for 21. And in reply, Nepal 114 for 7. Shamsi picking up 4 for 19. Markram picking 1 for 8, and Nortje the only seamer in the match to pick up a wicket. South Africa winning by 1 run. Ali Mitchell is downstairs with the player of the match.
Oh, what a match we've had. Presenting the player of the match award is Dr. Kishore Shallow, the president of Cricket West Indies, and it goes to Tabraiz Shamsi from South Africa.